And there we go. Let's get going for the second ADVCast. So, we're gonna start with a bunch of replays. Let me tell you in order. We are gonna start with the Pokémon World Cup final. Then we'll have some later games. Then I will review the Pokémon Perfect League games. The Rune of Alph Premier League games. Then I will go over the ADB Seasonal. Then ADV, and we will end with the ADV Global Championship. And at the end of those replays, I will try to dedicate some time to the sets and teams that could my interest, like I said last time. Thanks a lot for the sub against my man. Merci Pierrot, ça fait plaisir. Merci bro. And let's just start. So the first game is gonna be McMeghan against Shaku. This was played for the Pokémon World Cup final, if I'm not mistaken. It is a best of one, so let's just get going. We have Zapdos Ditto in the late position. Shaku is faster and clicks T-Bolt. McMeghan is slower and doesn't get the 2KO. Hold up. I think I noticed something odd. Okay, Shaku's Zapdos doesn't have leftovers. So either a choice band, which I doubt because it's quite uncommon, or it's a... Yeah, it's a... Since it's just revealed Baton Pass, I would be inclined to think it is Salak or Petaya Berry. In a CM Chain kind of team. With like Celebi. He goes into Blissey. He goes into Jirachi with this... which is a bit odd, honestly, because... Since it's not sub, he could just get T-Wave by Blissey. He clicks Body Slam, gets the paralysis, but doesn't accomplish much, and then he clicks Wish. So why does he have leftovers less Blissey with this defensive Jirachi? We'll see. Get a crit burn instantly on Skarmory, which is quite big because Skarmory cannot get more than one spike up, and it's gonna be hard to heal it back up later. Especially with the burn. McMeghan is gonna play with 2 spikes at best, if I had to guess. Yes, Wish Blissey to heal the Skarm. Hello Vincent. Yes, Wish Blissey to heal the Skarm. Yeah, it's gonna be hard with this instant crit burn. Pivot Gengar onto Jirachi. Click Focus Punch, interestingly enough. Probably trying to catch something on the switch. Oh, I like this actually. Focus Punch first, on the expected Protect, which gets the Jirachi to stay in, and only then does it reveal Will-O-Wisp, which he was probably trying to get on the Jirachi. However, he gets burned right back by Fire Punch, and having Gengar status is never a good thing, especially because we know this version is Focus Punch. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sorry, I know like there is a lot of information at once, but I remember that McMeghan posted this set on the forums, and it's actually Spedev Gengar but with Focus Punch in the last slot, and I know he uses this to pressure Blissey and Tyranitar. So I'm expecting this this variant of Gengar to be used. Because Zapdos on the Swampert, which makes sense. Probably Spedev Zap considering the T-Bolt and nothing turn 1. Clicks Roar here. Really like Roar myself. With spikes. Catch the Zapdos on the switch. Gets paralyzed but probably kills it in the process. And Chakra sends Aerodactyl. McMeghan has his Rock Resist. No spikes in the field either, so this Swampert is pretty much taking nothing. But they come the spikes most likely. Yeah, getting them on the Gengar switch. So Shaku I would guess as Tyranitar in the last slot, and McMeghan too. We have some kind of TSSD2. Shaku quite more offensive variants though. I'm a bit surprised at the lack of leftovers on the Zapdos. I wonder what's going on there. McMeghan goes Blissey again on Jirachi. Jirachi being burned is like a lot easier to deal with. It's hard to pass wish. It's hard to pass wishes. As a result, this Swampert only took 25 from Seismic, so this is not off-bird. If it is off-bird, it's no speed. Yeah, it's just not off-bird. I've been doing not much. McMeghan trying to catch the switch on the predicted HP Grace. It doesn't quite work. then gets fully paralyzed, so maybe Shaker is gonna Ice Beam again. Trading the Swampert for Zapdos. And yeah, McMeghan reveals Rest. Really like this set, honestly. Raw Rest, T-Bolt, HP Grass on TSS. Oh, it's actually Sleep Talk. Okay. We're seeing some Sleep Talk Zapdos coming back right now. Keep in mind that... Oh, it's not Mens. Okay, it's not T-Tar in the last slot. Kind of surprised by this choice from McMeghan. Strange team from Shaker. It's kind of bad against Zapdug, and McMeghan is a well-known Zapdug spammer. I feel like McMeghan doesn't use more Zapdugs than like any other people. Everyone has Zapdug in his builder, except me, I guess. I pretty much never use it myself. Pretty interesting, like, and surprising to not see T-Tar in the last slot from McMeghan, in my opinion, but I can see it, I guess. In my opinion, Shaker should have it, though. Okay. Dragonclaw looking, like, Mixman's looking pretty good right now. Is Shaker gonna punish with Double Edge? He clicks HP Flying, which is okay, I guess. Pressure Swampert. Oh, wait. So what's Shaker's condition? I guess T-Tar is a win condition for Shaker right now. Yeah. Now with Mixman, with Swampert we can like that. Which team loses to Gengar, you think? Shaker? Yeah, Shaker is pretty weak to Gengar, but because of the lack of Spedef Zapdos, but he has Spedef Jirachi and most likely Aerodactyl and T-Tar, so I don't think it's super loses. Like it's a very common. Shaker's team is very like popular, you know. It's just usually Skarmory on the Cloyster slot, but it's not like Skarmory really helps against Gengar, so I think you guys are a bit exaggerating. Cannot switch into Wisp at all. Yeah, but this team, like the Skarmory variant, doesn't switch into Wisp either. It's not uncommon to see. Just need to pressure with T-Tar and Iroh. Well, pressure is a big word. Good. You get what I mean. Okay, went back to Swampert here as the Blissey got crit by Earthquake, by the way. At least McMeghan is getting the best out of it because he's expecting T-Tar in the last slot. So with Blissey dying on the Wish turn, he can sack something like he did and heal the Swampert or the back T-Tar. The thing is, he's struggling against Swampert right now, but Zapdos is gonna beat it one-on-one, especially outside of Scent. Ice Beam is gonna barely tickle. Okay, let's see. Zapdos woke up. Zapdos cannot touch Swampert though, but UPP stole it with pressure, so it should be fine. Let's see. How is this endgame gonna play out? At some point, Zapdos is gonna lose his leftovers when T-Tar gets on the field too. But it's looking quite uncontested for this endgame. McMeghan has both Intimidate Mens and Protect Swampert for the last T-Tar. So even T-Tar is gonna have trouble breaking through this. I would guess, from my position, that McMeghan should win this. Unless Swampert gets lucky for Shaker. You can freeze or get a crit, to be fair. Hello, Renegades. Yeah, Jirachi is just getting pressured by... how many Wish decks is that? 10, 11 against 14 T-Bolt. McMeghan knows. Okay. He goes Mens on the Jirachi. So Mens just goes in now. Is Shaker gonna try to get a status before dying? And he does get the paralysis, which is potentially... It's already helpful because Swampert beats this now. He Wish before dying. We're gonna see some Wish Sack mechanic. Okay, Swampert is just gonna ice you into Zapdos though. Needs to crit or freeze here. Doesn't get either. He's pretty low on Ice Beam too. Yeah, I drop him. The pressure doesn't even apply here. Okay, goes Titar on the Sleep Talk, I would assume. Nope, didn't waste it. Salut, ça va ça, mec? Tranquille. C'est fast. There goes the men's. Wait. This is choice band Titar. Hold up. If this is double edge in the last slot, this is actually quite a threat. Double edge last would be big. McMeghan are gonna try to save Perth as much as possible because he knows he loses to choice band normal Titar. So I'm assuming Shaker does could double into Titar. He pumped the Zapdos. I think he's out of Hydro Pump, by the way. That was his last. Zapdos wakes up here. I don't know how many Ice Beam he has exactly because the replay don't keep track on of pressure, as far as I know. So he goes to Titar here, I guess. Yep. Let's see. Doesn't click Sleep Talk either. Does he have double edge? Oh wait. I'm stupid, honestly. I'm sorry, guys. Rockslide would have killed the Mance if it was choice band through Intimidate. Sorry about that. So it actually did, yeah. My bad, my bad. Holy shit. What the fuck, man? That's so unfortunate. Oh man. Crit on the pump miss through Torrent, which would have killed always. Okay, get the double tech to get out of range. Possibly. Sackmans. Get Intimidate off. Crit on Brick Break. McMeghan doing his best to recover from this awful turn. Not only did he miss, but he also got crit by Earthquake. Otherwise this wouldn't be a problem. I guess he Hydro Pumped because he was afraid of potential DDHP Grass. Oh, and he misses again. Man, and he's just gonna get swept by Titar now. We really saw a HP Grassless Titar just 1v1 Perth like that. That's crazy. You hate to say it, man. Fucking hate Hydro Pump. I feel like you lose more games to Pump Miss than you win out of the... Oh man, that's so unfortunate for McMeghan. He was in the driving seat the whole game. I feel like... Didn't he make a mistake at the end? Didn't he make a mistake at the end when he didn't click Sleep Talk with Zapdos? I think the Swampert was out of Ice Beam, wasn't it? Because he didn't click Ice Beam, he didn't click Sleep Talk as the Tyranitar switched in. I feel like he could have clicked Sleep Talk there. Here. He rests. I think the Swampert is out of Ice Beam by then. After this one. So he could always try to punish the Titar coming in. If he got the T-Ball here, the Swampert would have won by just clicking Earthquake. And he doesn't need... like, Zapdos straight up rolls the Swampert even at 6% now. Yeah, just... I mean, I don't know if that helped, but... That's still very rough, honestly. Even the power on Mance was quite big. Well, I think this is Jolly Titar, so... What a game to lose for McMeghan. That sucks. As for the teams... I mean, DD Lum Titar helps slightly against Gengar, the Gengar issues that you guys were talking about. I'm wondering what the hell was the Zapdos item, though. Why is it not leftovers in this team? It's not Choice Band either. I really wonder what Zapdos item, I guess. Possibly Lum? Either Lum or a berry. Maybe a Lychee berry. Maybe Lychee to Baton Pass into Swampert? Into Titar? Or Magnet? Oh, wait. Would it be Magnet? Dude, Magnet Zapdos is so bad. No Pinch Berry. Oh, right. No Pinch Berry. We would have seen it, right? At some point. Oh, it's gotta be Magnet. Now that you think of... Maybe it's Magnet, because you want the one-shot on the greedy Skarmory that's staying on Zapdos turn 1. Turn 55. Oh well. Attends. 2 petites secondes. Sorry? About that? Okay. Well, I don't think I'm gonna spend too much time on the teams. Shakur's team is definitely, like, very similar to it's been around. Just Cloyster over Skarmory. The thing is, Magnet is hard to spot in ADV because it's only a 10% boost. So every Magnet damage just looks like an eye roll, honestly. And it's hard to know because Spadef Zapdos has a lot of different variations too. Magnet would make sense if he's trying to one-shot Skarmory turn 1, if he's modest too. You're doing so. Okay, let's move on to the next game. So, this is a high ladder game between Blues Energy 00 and Lord Tarquad, whom I do not know. I think this is H-Clat, but I'm not sure. I think this is H-Clat against Blue Energy. So let's watch this. Both their ratings were Lord Tarquad was at 1600 and Blues Energy was at 1647. So definitely on the higher hand of the ladder. Felt like it was interesting. Metagross, Ditto. Blues Energy is known to use TSS only. So let's see. Roxanne the switch doing 63. Will-O-Wisp miss into Meteor Mash kill. Solid early game from Tarquad. Let's see. So he sends King Troll against Metagross, and he doubles back probably to check what's the special check. That's why he goes to Metagross, hopefully to catch a Snorlax, Plissé, or whatever. But it's Vaporeon. Meteor Mash is a fat 42, and it's faster. So this looks like Choice Band, max speed, possibly even Jolly Metagross. Yep. And Lord Tarquad knows this and traps it with Magneton, which seems to be Jolly itself. Then he sends T-Tar. I think you click T-Ball here if you're Magneton, because I don't think you really need it anymore. Unless he doesn't have an answer to T-Tar. So he sends Heracross, which is dire, because if you get flinch, yeah. If you get flinch, you're in a whole lot of trouble. Honestly, if I was Lord Tarquad here, I think I sag Magneton. Don't think it's gonna be useful anymore against this kind of team that Blues Energy is using. So you either get damage on Tita to put it in the range of anything else on your squad, or you T-Wave to burn the Lumberry. Oh, we see slacking. This guy is at 1600 with slacking, by the way. Earthquake on the switch. Swampert gets absolutely ravaged by Earthquake since it is sub-Endeavor. But it does just the problem of slacking is that this Swampert has a free sub right now. That's quite dire. Vaporeon is gonna tank though. Oh, okay. Well, that's terrible. What? Wait, did you not have Ice Beam? I'm guessing this is Roar in the last slot. If you have Ice Beam, you click it here to break the sub one like all the time. The problem is, I think it's sub Roar Balance Pass Vaporeon, which is quite good to Balance Pass even against the Roar Suicune. The problem is just missed. Another game, by the way, second game in a row where Hydro Pump is costing a shit ton to its user. Do not use Hydro Pump, guys. Make everything you can to not use Hydro Pump. Solid advice so far. Okay, now he's gonna lose another Pokemon to Swampert. Oh, wait. Ice Beam. Does he have Salak Berry on this? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Revenge Kill with Swampert. Swampert just took pretty much 3 lives, by the way. King Draw is looking poised to sweep. I don't know what's in the last slot. Yeah, it's over. Okay, honestly, I've been given this game, but it's just so fucking... It's pretty bad. Swampert got too lucky. Wait. Oh, he's eyedropper too, and he doesn't want to miss and lose to Mance, I guess. So he sends Snorlax, Boom, and then Kingdra revenge kills always. Blue's Energy team, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the whole Smurf HO. Ozymandias. I don't know if you remember this RMT. It had last Kingdra with Boomlax, Boom Gengar. I think it's Ozymandias, yeah. So not quite novel. It was pretty good in its time. It was one of the first teams that popularized the threat of Rain Dancers in ADV OU. Smurf is Choice Band Tita, Choice Band Metagross. It is Choice Band Metagross here. It's Arrow Hands, by the way. This is Choice Band Metagross we saw earlier. This is not Choice... Are you sure it was Choice Band Tita on Ozymandias? Not sure about that, honestly. I think it's DD, actually. Like here. Very interesting team from Darkrai, though. Lacking Heracross, Magneton, Vaporeon. Vaporeon is pretty nice, honestly, on those physical offense. I know there have been discussion on the Discord about the combo of Vaporeon, Tita, Aerodactyl. We can see it here too with Metagross, Heracross, and Magneton. Amen. Yeah, I think it's DD too in the original. Very interesting team from who I'm assuming is H-Clat. Really like the Vaporeon exploration on physical offense. Really good to get your threats in, kinda like Zapdos like, with higher subs. And also a helpful typing to deal with the likes of setuping Tita or even Mance if you have Ice Beam. Anyway, let's move on to another later game. Let me think, do I showcase something from this game? Would have loved to see the Slacking team in better action, but we're gonna move to this game from Vapikuno under his alt Aqualicodin, which is actually Vapikuno but in French. And again, Blues Energy 0-0. Salut Pika. Okay, so Vapikuno was close to 1600. And Blues Energy was at 1648 for this battle. Hey, thanks for the beats, by the way, Ants. Appreciate the support, actually. I know the team Vapikuno is gonna use, he's been talking to me about it in PM, and you're gonna see it's hot fire. I know he's preparing a video about it, so look forward to it. Let's see it in action in this replay that is sent me by PM. So we see Smeargle in the lead position against the lead that Smeargle loves to face, Zapdos, because you never get one shot by T-Bolt. So he clicks Spikes first, activate the Sailak Berry. Probably gonna click Spore now, gets the Gengar on the switch. Get another Spikes. Yeah, it's still about the game that happened last week. It's only started recently. Gets another Spike with Smeargle. And I think it's gonna boom now. Blues Energy make... Oh, it didn't boom. Quite interesting turn from... I guess... The only reason to boom here is to prevent Tita from clicking Dragon Dance. Since he was dying to send, might as well get a Fruit Spike. Get Gengar on the field. And he clicks Focus Punch immediately, but Blues Energy stays in. And he's trying to wake up the Gengar, it seems. I like Focus Punch Gengar on HO, like featuring Smeargle, because it really punish the Blissey or Cheetah trying to play around you. Modest Zapdos doesn't one-shot Smeargle, by the way. I think 87 might be modest damage here. He goes Gligar here. He goes Glalie here. So yeah, just so you know, Vapikuno has just topped the ladder with double spiked HO featuring Glalie. He already got all the spikes, so Glalie is most likely gonna spend his time clicking Taunt, Ice Beam and Boom. Let's see it. Yeah, click Ice Beam on the Blissey switch, might Taunt here to prevent Soft Boil. Or Boom straight up. He actually goes Swampert, I'm surprised. I think this is a mid-ground because Swampert gets to pressure Blissey, and he doesn't wanna boom into Gengar. You wanna keep the Glalie piece. Oh, Glalie comes in here on Velo-Wisp though. Yeah, thanks, Piglet. I like it too. It's really chill in the background. He closes Blissey now, and yeah, pretty sure it's gonna taunt or boom to prevent Blissey from healing up. Gengar is woken. Blue's Energy did well to wake up the Gengar though. Still, Smeargle only got spikes at the end of the day. Sends Titar on the Gengar. I think it's Lumberry to prevent, yeah, it's DD Lum. I think if you use Titar on Smeargle HO, you always want a faster variant. DD Lum is honestly the most well-rounded Titar. I like Selagberry sets too. And usually have Aerodactyl in the back, so he's looking to check what's the rock resist and weaken it right now like he's doing. So weakening the Swampert to finish with Aerodactyl. Yeah, that's why he traded right there. Even though Titar was a threat in itself, he knows that Aerodactyl is just as good in the background. He sends Gengar. So by the way, we already saw two moves from Gengar, Giga Drain and Focus Punch. I will come back on this later. Sends Gengar again. Vapikuno's Gengar is faster, by the way, so he gets to weaken Gengar for himself, which is gonna help because you want some damage on it for the back Aerodactyl, so you don't rely on flinch to beat it. Will-O-Wisp misses again, by the way. That's actually pretty useful miss because Explosion is gonna pack a bigger punch. Yeah, spoiler alert, is Explosion in the back. T-Bolt, Giga Drain, Focus Punch, looking like good old Maggar, gets a Paralysis but dies to Drill Peck. The thing is, even Swampert looking good right now. There is no switch. Yeah. Bruiser is sacking the Skarmory. He's probably looking to revenge kill this Swampert with Zapdos, and then Aerodactyl is most likely gonna finish the... Wait. That's well played from... It's actually very well played here from Vapikuno. I was gonna say, if Zapdos kills Swampert here with HP Grass, he can sack Zapdos on Aerodactyl and Titar still beats Aero. I know it's Subleachy. I really like Subleachy in those kind of hyper offense because the reasoning is you do not have the defensive backbone to switch around after you lock yourself on a move. It's also more prediction reliant. So Subleachy is better for those two reasons. Another reason is sometimes the opponent keep his Sleep Sack for the late game against Aerodactyl because he had to sack something to sleep against Smeargle early. Then the Slept Pokemon doesn't really get taken advantage of because it just sent to the death against Aerodactyl later. But Aerodactyl gets to have a free sub against a potential slept Pokemon. Vapikuno is doing the right thing by going Aerodactyl. The crit helps to get it in Lychee range instantly, so now he finishes the job with Aerodactyl. Even if he didn't get crit, unless the Zapdos is raw, you just sub on it and activate the berry and win with just like he did right now. Yeah, Zapdos needed raw. It could be raw too on this kind of team, honestly. So wouldn't put it past him. And there we have it, the win from Vapikuno. There is nothing to showcase on Blue's Energy's team. However, Vapikuno's team is really cool. Double Spikes HO. He's been exploring this playstyle. We didn't yet, August. He's been exploring Double Spikes HO for a while now. He used to have Cloyster and Glalie, but Glalie apparently has been more solid, and I like it too, because Glalie actually gets to threaten the electrics, which otherwise are very threatening. Gladie's typing is pretty sick, honestly. Taunt also to prevent all kind of shenanigans, recover other spikes, much better than Cloyster in this spot. We will go back on this later. Let me actually add the team for later. I just want to showcase it. So it was Smeargle, Gladly. I like the Gengar set too. I think I will spend a bit more time on the Gengar set after the... I can tell you the whole set. It's T-Bolt, Giga Drain, Focus Punch, and Explosion. Really the best of both of everything for HO. Really like it. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Alright, let's go over the next game now. So we're gonna go over the PPL replay. I have a bunch to showcase. Let's start with Ains against Dice. Both players need no introduction by now, right? Did Ains bring the sauce? Did Dice? They are all both known to bring the sauce, honestly. Zapdos lead against Mancy. Usually both people switch out. Dice switch out to Swampert, and Ains actually click Toxie here. Maybe it's easy to eat Choice Band Rock Slide, so makes sense. Maybe you wanna Toxicate for reason unknown. However, Dice just gets a free Snorlax on the field, gets to click Curse, doesn't wanna get burned, sends Tita, possibly Pursuit, and gonna... yeah, probably gonna be Pursuit, and Pursuit the Gengar here. Yep. And just like that, Gengar is down to 15, so it doesn't wall anything anymore. Swampert coming in, clicking Sub on the switch, nice from the ends. The thing is, Swampert is pretty, like, Snorlax is pretty good against it. And people preventing Snorlax from being a pivot to anything at this point already. Body Slam again. So wait, we're seeing Body Slam Curse with Pursuit, so maybe Body Slam Earthquake. Steelix coming in. That's surprising. Okay. Taking absolutely nothing from Earthquake while dishing more than enough back. And I was gonna say Steelix was able to switch into Earthquake and win the 1v1, but he just got crit like that, so... And Ends get to keep the offensive advantage thanks to it. He discovers the Salamence moveset, which is mixed. Smeargle coming in. Okay, so this is the second Smeargle in a row. I know some people have been experimenting with back Smeargle instead of lead. And Zapdos is a pretty good like Smeargle entry with Balance Pass, because you bring something like what's his name again? Like Blissey, Claydol, a bunch of slow shit by the way that you can take advantage of with Smeargle. Interesting that he didn't go Smeargle against Snorlax earlier, and instead decided to go Gengar. I wonder what was the reasoning there, honestly. So Smeargle coming on Declaw, then Ains going back to Zapdos because Smeargle just gets a speed and would die otherwise. Oh, we see Wishmans, and Wish on Toxic Mist is quite big here because that's a free Snorlax entry. But instead Dice, oh my god, that crit. Yo, Dice got so lucky here, not gonna lie. Dodge the Toxic, and then crit the Zapdos. That's pretty big. Isn't this the team that I used against Jisoo in ADVPL? It looks like it. I remember Eden sent me a very similar team. Pretty weird. So Eds sent his last Pokemon. Usually Smeargle HO as Aerodactyl or Jolteon in the back because you really need that extra speed tier. However, Eds decided against it. This team definitely has Jolteon and Stormy problems, I would say, because of the lack of the instant speed from Aero Jolt. Sends Jirachi. Calm Mind. Okay, so that Calm Mind was a long shot, I would say, because like this man should always have Fire Blast, in my opinion. However, I guess Mixmans with Magneton in the back could potentially not be Fire Blast. There is honestly a case to not run Fire Blast on Mixmans if you have Magneton in the back. Pink Ends was so behind by then. I mean, he just straight up loses to Mixmans with HP Grass, so he has to go Jirachi, click Calmine on the switch against the Magneton. Sub on T-Wave, and now Jirachi got himself a free turn, and it's looking bad for Dice. T-Tar is burned, and it's not physical anyway. Snorlax is at 52. T-Ball doesn't break the sub. This is looking like a win, honestly, unless Dice has Aerodactyl in the back. And I doubt it does. Let's see. Dice team reminds me of something I used to run. Except I didn't have Magneton, but I had Pursuiter and Steelix on offense. And I was trying to remove Skarmory with Curse Boom, Snorlax, or Choice Band Metagross rather than Magneton. Jirachi going to the absolute max. I guess he's trying to get the one-shot against Snorlax. It doesn't hurt anyway. It's not like... he probably wants the one-shot against Magneton too. Yep, which it does. Use T-Ball, not Thunder, by the way. And try to always run Surf and not H-Pump ever. Maybe it doesn't click T-Ball here, unless it kills... Oh, it's HP Growth. I like that set. And it's over. That doesn't reveal the last, but it's over. I really like this set, by the way, on Jirachi right now. Sub-CM, but without Ice Punch, HP Grass, more damage on T-Tar, one shot against Swampert. It's a bit annoying against Blissey sometimes, though. T-Ball is pretty good against Blissey, especially once you start getting Paralysis. I like this. I'm gonna showcase it actually. So Sub-CM is already quite good, but Bulb, like, as we've seen from Zapdos being the absolute powerhouse that it is, Electric Grass coverage is often better than Ice Punch. The only part where lack of Ice Punch sucks is that you actually get walled by Flagon. But Flagon is not that common in the metagame, even after... It's a bit common on the ladder right now because of BKC Superman video, but... Yeah. Another reason why Ice Punch would be better is against a potential CM Celebi. That's the biggest thing, though. CM Celebi is the biggest thing you miss out of when you run non-Ice Punch on Sub-CM. The way you beat Bliss reliably is you status the Bliss. Then you bring in Sub-Brachi and Bliss has to switch out as you get a free setup and multiple. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. Against Blissey, you always want to have a head start with Jirachi, so you try to set up the sub or the CM somewhere first before Blissey gets in. And then you pretty much win the 1v1 once you get the Paralysis. Yeah, Flagon sucks. Okay, good win from Ants. Jirachi did all the work, to be fair. Wonder what was the last, honestly. Could have been a lot of things. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Interesting team from Ants, by the way. Not like there are like a ton of way to build with Smeargle. Anyway, you always want T-Tar. Swampert is often found on those teams because of the offensive progress with Rock Resists. Gengar because you always want a Spin Block. And then you have 2 free slots, I guess. What a type for sure last. I'm honestly thinking Gyarados. I think like Gyarados would make sense here. Because it gets to help against Waters, which the team definitely struggle against. It fits in the physical spam enabled by Magneton. And it would explain why it never like try to do anything against the Jirachi. Okay, moving on. We got the Super Epic Ampharos against Shaker that we saw earlier, robbing the living hell out of McMeghan. Also, part of my reasoning for going Wachi versus the Mance was I wondered if he might have dropped Power Blast because he had Magneton. I mean, he was so behind anyway, you didn't have much option. And yeah, would make sense. Let's see, Shaker against Metagross against Titar. Titar often runs away unless you're like Jolly Earthquake. Boom on the switch, choice band, catch the Skarmory, no spikes coming in. You'll love to see it as and he has actually Magneton. I wonder if he has Doug or Magneton on his own in the back. We'll see. Let's see it. Spikes on Focus Punch. Little sneaky Drill Peck here to get some leftovers. Focus Punch Swamp. Focus Punch doing a fast 48 on Swampert. I believe this is on max. That's an offensive variant, I think. Not max, like it definitely has HP. But this Swampert's on max defense. And then he goes Celebi on the Suicune. So I'm guessing, yeah, okay. Very interesting for the Suicune to stay in. So this is offensive Suicune, apparently because of the Ice Beam doing a lot. Giga Drain gonna get Suicune out, like Celebi, out of danger. Cheetah coming in pretty dire, but it wins the 1v1 right now. Are we gonna see a balance pass? Oh, a switch. It goes to Skarmory, gonna get another spikes. Okay. I'm guessing he's expanding the Skarmory right now to get more spikes. Shaker doesn't really lose much by spamming Focus Punch, but Skarmory is slowly healing up, so that's a bit annoying. He doesn't want to Rock Slide into Swampert, but... Let me read the chat real quick. I wondered if he had dropped... Yes, Lax, so that rules out Fortress, which means to me at least 100% must be Mag. Yeah, men's Lax usually has Mag in the back. You can do without it though. It's not forced. Just a bit. It's just slightly riskier against Skarmory because often that means you wanna boom on Skarmory and trade with like Snorlax or Metagross. But against Product Skarmory, it's always a bit risky. Always afraid to click boom because without Magneton, you know that if you mistime your boom against Skarm with those teams, you pretty much lose. Okay, Skarmory got all layers, by the way. Tita is at 100. And as we could expect, Skarmory has been sacked, but all the spikes are hurt. Oh wait, the Tita is actually faster than Swampert. Bit surprised by this turn, honestly. Because this was looking like... So there is two explanations here. Actually, not that surprising, I guess. Because Focus Punch earlier, the damage done to Swampert indicated that it was not that bulky, but quite bulky too. So you can reasonably expect some kind of mixed birds, but without max, with HP instead of speed, in which case physical Tita outspeeds. So he gets damage on it, he sends Gengar. HP Grass kills, okay. Tita from Super Epic and Pharos. Could be DD, it's gonna be a physical variant for sure. Never mind. What? I was gonna say looking like physical here, but you know. I guess he found himself too weak to Gengar and maybe wanted extra help. Yeah, kinda cost him right now. Being costly. And we have the Aerodactyl in the back. Gengar should be able to leave one, most spread do. This one didn't. Okay, so Shaker was running... Man. Okay, so Shaker is running Jolteon HO with Suicune over the... Suicune on Jolteon HO has been quite rare in my opinion. I wonder why he has Special Tito on this team, honestly. Don't think like that was terribly needed. Coming down to a speed type between Jolt and Aerodactyl. Thanks to the 3 spikes, at least Jolteon doesn't tank Rock Slide. Shaker... So, I'm just gonna say it real quick, guys. On the kind of team that Shaker is using, I understand sometimes why you would want offensive Gengar. But even then, I still personally like 5600 EVs in defense because you always tank Rock Slide from Aerodactyl. And with Metagross as the only resist, you never have too much answers for Aerodactyl, as dire as it is. In this case, like being Gengar. Also, 56 EVs isn't that much investment. It's usually HP fighting Aerodactyl, so no speed tie. No, it's not usually. Like, Aerodactyl with HP fight is quite rare. Let's see, who wins it? Oh man. The one-type Jolteon. Okay, don't use Jolteon if you're not Kurt. Kurt's Jolteon always won that speed tie, by the way. Yeah, I don't think it was HP fighting here with Swampert. Anyway. Man. Well, that's it. I guess Shaker did alright when you consider that he was using a Jolt team. And he didn't, and neither got spikes up, honestly. So Shaker played wide, honestly, I would say. I wonder if there is a way for him to preserve the rock resist. Let me check. He was afraid of Choice Band here. DD. He kills Titar. Huh. I mean, he's pretty weak against Celebi at this point. You could technically go Gengar and boom, but then if you boom into Aerodactyl, it's dire. His Metagross would only be at like... Honestly, there is a case to go Gengar here. Because if you Ice Punch the Jolteon, it's in... Okay, I was gonna say, if you Ice Punch Jolteon, it's in Jolteon range, but then Aerodactyl just locks itself on Earthquake and still wins. If it wins the speed tie against Jolt. Shaker does this to lose after the McMeghan game. Oh well. I don't think there is anything worth mentioning here, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. Didn't Mash kill Celebi? Was probably afraid to miss. The only reason he would do that is afraid of missing. I guess. He didn't need it though. But if he loses... I guess, even if he loses, he has Gengar to boom on Celebi. So... yeah. You're right about that. The thing is, depending on the Metagross spread, you're still in Rock Slide range at this point. You're 21 after... I think Rock Slide on Metagross, depending on the spread, is a roll. So we might still have the same endgame. Unless he has Protect on the Metagross. In which case it's a flinch down. Yeah. Alright. Let's move on by now. Next is still from PPL. Kyle against Gaku. Kyle has been doing quite well honestly in the tournaments he's joined, notably on Pokémon Perfect. So he's an old timer. For the people who don't know Kyle, Kyle was the ADV player of choice in my first SPL. So that was SPL 3 more than 10 years ago. He was the ADV player of the team back then. And he's still around. Titar lead against Zapdos. The classic Balance Pass out to Swampert. Not punished by a stray HP Grass, but actually punished by a Rock Slide crit. Swampert subs. It's in Torrent range, so you can't return the kill here. You can't return the water move. I don't know about that Skarmory, honestly. I think Swampert can afford to click Hydro Pump here once it's in Torrent. Skarmory gets absolutely dicked on the switch. No, it's not defensive Pert. There is no leftovers. It's no leftovers, keep in mind. It's just better Skarmory against Torrent offensive Pert. Then we see Starmie, which is exactly what you want to have against Hand Pert, outspeeding him at +1. Nice miss, by the way. Especially when you reveal Ice Beam. Okay, so not only do you dodge the Hydro Pump on offensive Stormy, but then you freeze the Snorlax switch. Couldn't ask for something more, honestly. Salaman's trying to come in free. Gaku doesn't... Sick double back by Swampert, by the way, by Gaku. I think he was trying to catch the Skarmory here. Salamence gets to click Dragon Claw. We see that it's faster than Zapdos, by the way. Gaku bad on pass out. Swampert gotta click another Hydro Pump, but he actually doesn't. And sick HP Grass here by Titar calling out the sub. Sacks Skarmory on Endeavor. Doesn't wanna Stormy on Endeavor. Gaku is trying his best to sort of mount a comeback after the very lame beginning. Oh man. Yeah, I think he was trying to catch the Stormy here, but Swampert, I think the way Kyle was playing is trying to like he's just sacking the Skarmory. But it's tough to be in this position as Gaku, honestly. So now he gets the spikes too. Oh man, if he... Yeah, okay, I just went back. This is the only one spike. Protect again. Really got the spikes out of the situation. Okay, and now Swampert can't even dream to come back on the field. We see a Jolteon, by the way. Jolteon Salamence is quite uncommon pairing. That means there is some cheating going on there. Either he has no rock resist, or he has no Gengar. In which case I dislike like both HP Grass being clicked. Yeah, I remember seeing this team. Okay, so this is what pack used against you. Yeah, I think Jolteon without Gengar is just straight up cheating. T-Wave the Metagross. What? I'm a bit surprised, honestly. I'm a bit surprised you clicked T-Wave here. Was he afraid of agility? It's not even leftovers. I mean, agility is often learned anyway. Quite odd, honestly, to click T-Wave. Especially with Stormy at 100. Didn't even click T-Bolt against the leftovers less, so that was always too killing. The only reason he would click T-Wave, in my opinion, is that he's been scouting Gaku's, and like there would be a lot of Selak Berry Metagross, in which case, is it even worth it to sack Jolteon? Anyway, we'll see later why he did that. Salamence even get the crit here, preventing Snorlax from attempting to Thaw and click Boom. Gaku clicking DD on the switch out to Metagross. So here is the rock resist. Oh, Choice Band too, man. Okay, dude, there is so much cheating going on in there is so much cheating going on. There is one rock resist, it's Choice Band, not even leftovers. There is no Gengar with Jolteon spikes. Jolteon Stormy, no less. Really not a fan myself, yeah. He was afraid of missing because he pretty much he just loses to DD Jolly if he misses Meteor Mash. Only reason he would click Earthquake, in my opinion. Gaku never goes Zapdos on this Earthquake. Like, no Metagross click Earthquake unless you're Choice Band. You don't really expect Choice Band on this build, I would say. Let's see. Balon pass out to Brydon. Oh my god, that's not what you want to have here. Gaku was always very weak to Stormy, that's the thing, I guess. Jolteon was such a threat too, man. Ace DD. That's such an offensive team from Kyle. Okay, and then yeah, he just wins. This Rhydon didn't kill, I'm honestly surprised. I would expect Rhydon to come close to kill. I guess you don't kill actually. Yeah, if Swampert only does 50 something, Rhydon isn't gonna kill. He just sweeps. Yeah. The matchup was absolutely insane for Kyle, honestly. He faced a slow-paced offense without much bulk. And he had Jolteon, Stormy, Digitar, even Mixman's really good against this. Skarmory to buffer a little bit in the early game. Yeah, I think Gaku is mostly... I don't know if Gaku spams offense. I think he's mostly known for it, yeah. Pretty insane matchup for Kyle, honestly. Not much to say. Like, Rhydon, obviously not common at all. I don't know if I like it here, honestly. I guess he was Agility Zap, though. I guess he was Agility on the Zap in the last slot. So we would try to battle pass Agility on this team. It's the explanation for me. I wonder why would... So, why even use Rhydon over Marowak if your Agility Zap? I guess you want the set of resists. I prefer Marowak because you don't get one-shot by the HP Grass. Relax resist, but he always has T-Tar and Metagrow, so I feel like it's kind of overdone but at this point. What is your favorite gen? It's ADV, Pinka. I started Pokemon with ADV, and to this day it's still my favorite gen. I think it's the most well-blended mix of offense, defense, and just a bunch of shit that I like about Pokemon as a whole. Active community, competitive at that too. Okay, moving on to Henchmax against Endil. Again, for PPL. We do have Endil in the chat right now. Oh, he said, oh no. Me too, but I suck at it. Oh, Henchmax is in there too. Pikachu, you could ask for an invite into the ADV Discord. It's all in English, but there are a lot of resources to get familiar with the tier. A lot of active conversation too to know what's going on, and a bunch of people that will be answering your question if you have any. Feel free to drop me a PM if you drop me a PM on Discord if you want an invite for later. So Henchmax leads Zapdos and Endil leads Zapdos. Oh, faster sub, okay. Faster sub against T-Bolt. Interesting, so I'm assuming he's bad on passing out by now. The fact that Swampert is coming means there is no proper Zapdos switch for Endil, and yeah, as expected. And it's fucking one shot too, not even EV for this. Good lord. When pivoting goes wrong, so he gets the free sub though. Time to dish the pain, and T-Bolt only did 42, so this Zapdos looks quite bulky. Okay, sub on the switch out. Potential Baton Pass to Swampert, not Ductrio. Not like Ductrio wins this one-on-one if this is 5-star part. Oh man. Running into Milotic with what looks to be offensive Swampert, you hate to see it. Henchmax team look quite offensive, so Milotic gonna be quite troublesome. The Gengar having to switch into Surf confirms this even further. Endil is a certified Adamant Duck user. I don't know, but that might have been it. Just Bulkless, man. Try to double back. Okay, what just happened? Why did Endil go Skarmory on the Gengar? Let me try to think this through. What did he try to catch here? Endil, you are in the chat. Can you explain the Skarmory switch on the Gengar? I guess you trying to pivot because he wants that Gengar. Trying to catch a Doug. Okay. Trying to catch a Doug. I guess Gengar like doesn't really treat him much. Milotic. Okay. Anyway. So the Henchmax last two should be realistically two between Ductrio, T-Tar, and Celebi. In my opinion, at least. Endil, in my opinion, should have a spinner somewhere because he has Milotic. Milotic without spin is kind of dire, unless you're using Hypnosis on offense teams, but this isn't quite very offensive. But as we know, Henchmax, yo, thanks for the sub, man. Merci pour le sub, cousin. J'apprécie, gros. As we know, HVAX is only capable of using offense, so maybe Endil was capitalizing on that and felt like using Milotic without spin. We will see soon. Here is Tita coming on T-Bolt, doing absolutely nothing. And it's Pursuit too. So here goes the Gengar without doing much. It's PPL. It's a PPL replay. The trio could come in and revenge kill, but yeah, okay, it does. I don't think it's quite. It's very useful though. We see Protect. Interesting. Protect is pretty good to scout against Choice Bender. Sometimes get you out of Ductrio range. Pretty nice in the lead slot. So there is, as we know, there is no Zapdos switch in. Here comes Tita on HP Grass. Baton pass out to Skarmory. Yeah, Skarmory is definitely the play here. And we see that it's Crunch Tita. I'm quite surprised, honestly, by this choice. A bit surprised by the Crunch Tita here. I don't know exactly what it enables. It's not like Super Rachi needs the Tita partnership, the Crunch Tita partnership. Yeah, and Max just probably loses. Claydol, alas, was expected, honestly. Backup Rock Resist because Ductrio alone isn't worth it. Then you spin for Milotic. Endil team is pretty solid, honestly. It's what you would expect out of Milotic's Skarmory build. Ductrio coming on HP ground and fucking dropping dead. I'm gonna watch out for Zapdos, honestly. But Zapdos being at 51 means that Claydol gets to do okay against it. Yeah. And then he just loses to Zapdos on his own at this point. Like, Milotic and Zapdos just win. Denormalize Zapdug. I mean, it was Zapdug on both. It just Zapdug Ditto, except emptyless spikes. And got to kill the trio. Let me see the chat. Looks like Zugdoll, but with Zap of a girl, which I like, actually. It doesn't have the Gengar. Yes, Blissey. So, and the crew has Blissey on the Zapdos slot. Endil going with... Okay, so my opinion on those teams is that Endil going with Pursuit Tita potentially opens him up to some special attacker. Because Milotic is usually setup bait, Zapdos isn't good against them at all. Skarmory either, Claydol neither. Ductrio is good, but any special attackers that would beat Ductrio pretty much destroy Endil. I think you need physical Pert here. But maybe he was just trying to get a better matchup against Henchmax, who is known for using Smeargle, aka a lot of Gengar. So I'm guessing that's the reason why Endil went with this. Very Stormy Week, yeah. I mean, yes, Jolly Dug, I would assume, so that's fine. You can trap Stormy after 1 or 2 rounds of Spike. Also, the Zapdos, I'm expecting it to be defensively invested, as we see from the T-Ball damage here. Yeah, it just sucks that Henchmax got nothing out of the Jirachi. His team is so weak to Zapdos. That's why most Zapdos team have Celebi on the Jirachi slot. Because you want the electric pivot. So, yeah. Not a fan of both teams. I mean, they're fine. I feel like they just made some choices to try to get the matchup. At least Endil would deal, in my opinion. It's not that bad. Just a bit like Luster somewhere. The Crunch Titar here feel like overkills, but it's fine if you expect offense. As we'll see anyway, there is some game of me later, and I brought teams with very clear weaknesses because I was playing the matchup a little bit myself too. Anyway, moving on to Zaxpc. I always I'm so used to Zapdos that I always pronounce it Zap. Against Mushimusha, once again for PPL. How do I win against Endil if I don't get Axe? Oh, it's pretty dire, man. I mean, yeah, it's very dire. Don't think, I don't even know why you have pursued Stormy here, honestly. I don't know why you have Special Tutor here either, by the way. Feel like this is also a team where you bring a physical Tutor. You need the bulk to help against a bunch of shit. Anyway, Zack against Mushimusha, let's go. Men's lead against Tita lead. Tita probably gonna switch out to Scout for Choice Band. Goes Men's. There is the break, but it's not Choice Band, it's Mix Men's. So he goes to Milotic, which is the best switch into a Mix Men's you could dream of. Is he gonna double back into Skarmory to try to get the spikes? He does not. Instead, he surfs into the Snorlax. He surfs again. He gets a nice crit, by the way. Okay, Curse. So I'm assuming Boom is coming. Does he have Gengar to soak it? He does not. He curses again. Protect would be clutch here. Zack actually switches out. Doesn't want to get flinch and lose Snorlax for no reason. So he goes Metagross. The thing is, Snorlax cannot even switch into Surf at this point for Milotic. Gonna be hard to get a good Boom going. Gonna also be hard to curse and get the +1 Boom you need to one-shot Skarmory. The only saving grace would be Wish on Salamence. Oh, that's a... You hate to be in this position as the Milotic user, by the way. Metagross gonna get a shit ton of leftovers as it fishes against the Milotic. And now Milotic had to switch out, and it doesn't even check Mixments anymore. There we go. Very helpful though to get a one-shot on Skarm too. And there is the Breloom. Does he click Skyrocket? Nope, he clicks Spore. So what was Mushimusha's play here? Does he have Duck in the back? Yes, Mens. I guess he wanted to go on the offensive, sack Milotic, and just send Mens and go from there. Feel like, but there is a T-Star, so like Breloom can still get a Spore later. However, Milotic was a good slip sack. Okay. Starmie coming into Mens. Fair enough so far, nothing is particular going on. We see Blissey. Okay, so in my... Wait, what the fuck did I just do? Hold up. Okay. In my opinion, the last for Mushimusha should be Claydol. You want Rock Resist and Spin with the Milotic. If he doesn't have Claydol in the back, he's cheating. We see a T-Wave Starmie on offense, which is honestly a bit odd in my opinion. Oh, Starmie was slower than Mens? I missed that. Let me see. Yeah. So not only is slower, but it just drops to HP Grass if he has it. You can sort of like... I mean, he's so bad against Mens right now. He just straight up loses. If his Salamence is slow, it just dies to Dragon Claw too. We don't know what his last is. You can sort of make a wild prediction that Mixed Mens on Spikes often drops HP Grass nowadays for like Wish or Roar. Yeah. So he goes Blissey on the T-Wave, so I'm assuming the Starmie is gonna recover. And he can spin too. We see a Wish. And we see Alnoon. So wait, what did that try to catch, by the way? Why did he not spin either? I mean, yeah, why would you not spin at this point? You're not gonna find many better opportunity. And he goes Undum on Blissey? What even is this team? Okay, so I'm guessing the Snorlax cannot touch Gengar. Neither does the Breloom. He's so fucking weak to Mixmans, by the way. I guess he's trying to check it with Stormy, but it's slower. Yeah, that team looks very weird. He's pretty weak to anything that boosts speeds too, like Jolteon with spikes, for example. Zapdos, like motherfucking Zapdos just clicks T-Bolt with impunity against this team. Okay, so it gets the problem back on a wish turn, so Salaman's gonna come in freely here. Zac makes a good Stormy switch out, but Salaman still gets back to full. Zac team is very bad in my opinion, honestly. No offense, bro, if you listen to this at some point. Guitar coming in on T-Wave. Instead of Blissey for some reason. What did that try to catch? I don't know. So we might be in a stale route between Stormy and Blissey at this point. I'm gonna skip turn a little bit. You can even wish, yeah, you can wish the Milotic, I was gonna say. Since the Stormy is 30. Why is he never spinning, by the way? Do you just want to play with the spikes for fun, or? Okay, I think at this point, sorry about that. At this point, the Stormy doesn't have spin, right? There is no way to stop. Yeah, Zapdos is pretty good against Mushimusha, but yes, Blissey, yes, spikes to play around Zapdog, and he should have Claydol in the back. So I think Mushimusha is honestly okay. He also has physical Titor. That's fine, honestly. Why does he not have spin on Stormy? Or rather, why is he never clicking it? Maybe he misimported. And the Zapdos, very nice double to Titor. Yeah, why did he get paralyzed? That's another reason why they don't want to get paralyzed before. Now he's taking damage. I mean, it's fine, I guess. He isn't dying. So this Snorlax likely didn't have Shadow Ball. Man's coming back in. I guess the Blissey is too healthy. It's HP Grass, so it's not Wish. He gets bailed here. Doesn't take damage thanks to this dodge. Blissey is gonna wall this though without spikes. I don't like Mixed Max without spikes, honestly. Or at least I use Naughty if I use Mixed Max without spikes because I wanna two-shot Blissey. No. Me without spin exists, but on offensive. This is defensive Stormy, so I don't know what's going on. Offensive Storm without spin is fine, not defensive. And it is spin, so for some unknown reason, Zac waited 2 hours to spin. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, how is he winning this? There is no win condition in sight. Just gets absolutely murdered by the Salamence too. There is Undum dying, probably on the next turn. Okay, and there is the Clay. Okay, at least Mushimusha had Claydol in the last slot. I was afraid we would have a... Mushimusha's team is pretty nice, honestly. Maybe there is something I'm missing, but I kinda like it, not gonna lie. He probably just gets 6-0'd by Milotic, Magneton, and Claydol. Yeah, this team seems like it was hastily put together. Anyway, I'm assuming he just loses to Mens. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. There is not much to say here. Zach just didn't have the answer. Especially when Snorlax should have done more in this matchup. Okay, I would say Zach had a way to win if Snorlax finds Skarmory with Boom, and then Metagross goes Brazy by getting an attack raise on Milotic. He would be able to get a sleep off with Breloom too to help. So I don't know what he would catch with Breloom. But Metagross would be able to break, probably. In fact, you could even argue that Metagross probably finds Milotic. And then Mixmans can do a lot of damage. He misplayed Snorlax. Misplayed Snorlax a lot. A Kun answer, yeah. Kun actually kind of destroy. A lot of Milotic team are really weak to Suicune, to be fair. That's one of my problems with Milotic teams. Unless you start using Celebi, which isn't even that good of an answer. Anyway, moving on to Jabba again. Wait, was this even OU? Oh yeah, Pokology Jabba. That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a slapper of an ADV game. Jabba known to bring no-nonsense offense, and Pokology known to bring nonsense everything. Let's go. Machamp lead, finding Metagross not the best. Switched into Skarmory on Psychic. Maybe HP Fire coming. Pokology knows this and pivots into Flagon. You already have quite... I don't think I've ever seen those three together, by the way. Skarmory coming in from Jabba. Pokology sends Magneton. Good lol, that's a dead Skarm. Never mind, not yet. How the Spikes come in though? Spikes not looking too good right now. Oh. Okay. That was pretty greedy from Pokology, not gonna lie. Jabba with the clutch will win too, man. Not gonna lie. And it's stunned too. He is getting so much out of the Skarmory that should have been dead. Oh man, and now Magneton is taking further spikes and Skarmory is still useful as a sack. Probably gonna die to HP Fire, yeah. Yo, Pokology greedy as... What the fuck? He has Mantine! He's trying to soak the boom by going Skarm. Jabba brought Blissey, by the way. That's something I never see. I've never seen Jabba bring Blissey. Clicks T-Ball 2 on the Skarm. Goes Machamp down the T-Ball with, but 2 spikes are up. And Skarmory is still alive, by the way. Yeah, I get what you mean, Enchmax, and I feel like if I was in Jabba's position, I'd just re-click spikes without even thinking about it. Because in my mind, I've already sacked... the Skarmory. So I'm just clicking spikes for the third time. Fuck it. Okay, we see Focus Punch on the switch from Leftovers Machamp, and there is a dude. Okay, so he probably has the sturdiest answer to Mixmans, because you don't even take spikes damage, unlike Milotic. Wow, what is going on? What is this? Is this sub CM? Okay, okay, it is actually sub CM. Is it Mono Ice Beam or something? Okay, Jabba is an insane matchup though. I mean, it's faster, by the way. Okay, it's not even a matchup. Jabba is a normal team. That's the thing. So I'm guessing he goes Flygon. Oh, Metagross. Interesting. I don't know why you went Metagross. I feel like Pokology would send Flygon here. Dude, what is this insanely fast Blissey, by the way? It's faster than Metagross and Tita. I mean, it's mixed growth, I'm assuming, so maybe Jabba is running Brave or something. Oh, there is Breloom coming in. Okay, wait. Maybe we can assume that Breloom is HP Ghost, because Tita click Earthquake, so you would think it's physical, not pursuit for Breloom. Okay, the Breloom is faster than Blissey, finally. Click Spore. Does he have Sky Uppercut? He does. This Breloom goes in, by the way. Does he have Protect on Scout to get out of range? He does. So I'm assuming he's gonna scout for Drill Peck. Maybe go to Menseer. Nope, just go for it. And doesn't get punished. No Drill Peck in sight. Is that Seren Grey's Blissey? I mean, if you're using Subsiam, you might as well run Seren. If you're using Subsiam, you might as well run Seren Grey's Siglet, in my opinion. Why? Why is it a wax set? I think you always want... I actually think Sky Uppercut is the least droppable slot. I think you... If anything, you drop like Mach Punch. Okay, we see Mantine coming in. Mantine is slower, by the way. Double to Flagon. Flagon just loses his 1v1. Yep. Wait. What is going on? Okay, wait. So, first of all, the Blissey is Ball Beam Toxic, which is honestly very unusual. And Ice Beam did absolutely nothing for Flagon. So either something is wrong with one of those spreads for sure. Yeah, but at different ends, that's because it's not like a typical Breloom. It's not a Breloom doing typical Breloom things, you know? Yeah, I would keep Mach Punch too, because the team definitely has a lot of DD-Tar issues. So you could drop Focus Punch, I guess. Okay, Jabba is eating. I don't know what to say, honestly. Jabba team looks pretty fun. I kinda like it on paper. I don't know what's the T-Tar said though. Okay, there we go. Matcham coming back in. At this point, Mixmans should win, most likely. Oh, he's kinda risking it. Didn't crit. Pretty lucky, honestly. I mean, even Breloom wins. Rock Slide. Yep. Does not kill. So I guess he Dragon Cloud or Mantine, and then he should win with Blissey and Breloom. Oh, he crits. Hold up. What? Dude, the Blissey is so low. The Mantine can do it. Holy shit. Oh, that crit is so big, by the way. That crit sucks so much. Offensive Swiss Stream Mantine. What? What even is the special attack of this boy? $80. Ah, that's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad because you need... Okay, it's pretty bad because if you run Modest Mantine, you do not even have the speed tier... No, what am I saying? I'm bad. Maybe. I mean, it's still pretty low, honestly. I thought about +1 and not +2 speed. I'm sorry. I was thinking about +1 speed with Rain Dance, but it's +2, so it's fine. You still outspeed the whole meta game. So we good. That crit is pretty big, honestly. So he goes T-Tar? Yeah. Because now it's in Breloom range. So he loses. Go on. Surely you click HP Ghost, don't risk the miss. Yeah, it's Mach Punch actually. Mach Punch Sky. Can he lose? No, he just Mach Punch and wins. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay, so Jabba's team was pretty nice. I like it, honestly. I like that team. would have won Promise. No. No, it doesn't win yet. It doesn't win yet, guys, because... Wait. Yeah, actually. How much did Skyrocket do earlier? No. Guys. Does Hydropump even kill Bliss? Does Hydropump even kill Bliss without Rain? Because it's at 34. Yeah, but he resets the Rather with Titar. He sends Titar after Men's drops. It does like 18 without Rain. It was at 34. So isn't it a roll? Wait, I need to calc this. I wanna know. I need answers. And the Mentide doesn't... Oh, Rain Dance Triple. There is a set in UU apparently. Blissey. Hydro Pump. Okay. So Blissey was at 34. So it take 16 from spikes in ADV. 2 spikes in ADV is 16. 16 something. So you are at 18. Oh yeah, you most likely die to Hydro Pump. Damn, Mantine would have won. Crazy. So what do you think is the last slot on this Mantine? Could be a lot of things. No, it's not 18.5. It's 16 in ADV. Look, I can show you. It was actually discovered like 1 or 2 years ago, by the way. It's fucked up. You can see it here. Spikes can now be set up to 3 times, each increasing the damage. One layer of spikes will damage the opponent Pokémon by... So you do 12, and 2 layers is 16. It's pretty wack, yeah. It's definitely wack. I don't know why it works like that, honestly. But yeah, keep that in mind, guys. 2 layers is good for one thing, in my opinion, is that you always do damage to Swampert. Well, no, not Swampert, but the protecting Pokemon that are immune to Scent always get out-damaged after with 2 spikes, even if they protect, because otherwise they take nothing. And even if they don't protect, like if you have to switch out, they still they take two turns of leftovers, right? Let's say, I don't know, you send Titar with 1 spike down on Softball, then you're switching out. It got 2 rounds of leftovers, so it effectively lost 0%. That's why the second spike is pretty good. Anyway, honestly, the Mantine deserves a mention. I've never really thought of Mantine as a Swift swimmer. I kind of like the fact that it spikes immune. It can be used in the mid game, like here, even with spikes up. I honestly like this ID. Special attack isn't quite high, but it's not that much worse than Kingdra, honestly. Obviously, you start to notice the difference with the boost and shit, and you get one shot by you do not have the typing to always Rain Dance like Kingdra, but Spike's immunity is big. Also, Mantine has a bunch of cool tools in the last slot, so maybe there is something to do here, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, next up is Shortage, playing under Overheat 1 against Shino Itsuki. From PP. This person had a cool team and beat Gaku last week, so even if you don't know him, he's like a threat. Let's go. Camera lead against Suicune. As we know, Shortage... Yeah, I was gonna say Shortage is a fan of those M-Dragoness builds, Skarmory Suicune. very reminiscent of the old times. However, he's facing Suicune Fortress, so I would say advantage to Shinritsuki. I already don't want to watch this game. Let's see. Oh, that's a resident sleeper kind of game, I see. T-Bot. Yep, I mean it's damage on Skarm, but the thing is, if you're using Fortress, you often wanna come into Skarm. aka Skarm just heals all that damage back with leftovers against Fortress later. Also, if you're using Suicune, there is a chance... Oh, this is another T-Ball. Standard Toxic Blissey, by the way. Quite uncommon. And we see Hypnosis, dude, this is like a whole ass team. Skarm Kun with Gengar? Hypnosis Gengar. Oh, this is offensive Gengar too. I've been doing so much. What is going on? Skarm Kun Bliss with offensive Gengar. Yeah. I agree. Endil. Shortage is using a team straight up from M-Dragon Net Battle Team Dump. And we see the Claydol as expected. Hypnosis doing its best, aka missing. Did he get punished by a psychic kill? It is. Yep. Good riddance. Fuck Sleep, fuck Hypnosis Gengar, Karma. Deserve to miss all of them. So Fortress, I guess, goes to town now because these protect Karmory. Yep. Gonna spin all day. How does Shortage even win this? Oh, it's okay. Well, there is the win condition. It's spaceless Karmory, so it gets to pressure Fortress. What? Oh, it's not spin? I just realized, dude. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Isn't this the DICE team? That's the team DICE posted in the ADV Discord, isn't it? Fortress, Karmory, and Claydol. So we know it's Doctor in the last slot at this point. The synergy is... so it's spinless Fortress. I mean, Claydol still spin pretty freely. Oh, I don't know about that. I would go Claydol and spin, honestly. Oh, never mind. The Claydol most likely doesn't have refresh. Actually, you should have refresh in this team. If you do not have refresh, you should have Cleric and Bliss, but it's not Cleric because we saw Toxic Ball Beam. Again, people cheating in the builder, man. I mean, I guess this team doesn't take into account the fact that Toxic Drill Peck Scum. No, Toxic Drill Peck is a thing. What are we watching? Does he not have refresh on Claydol in this team? Does he just straight up give up to... Does he just straight up lose to Toxic? Okay, we have Claydol 2 and Titar and no I don't like both team, by the way. I don't like this without Titar. I don't like... I especially don't like offensive Gengar on this team. This team should have Refresh Doll or Spin Fortress. But not this mix of Boom Doll. Oh my god. Did he just lose Claydol without spinning first? That game makes no sense. Yeah, I just lost Claydol without spinning first. What is going on? Oh, and now Suicune is gonna be able to do its thing. So it's just gonna come down to... It's probably gonna come down to which Suicune is faster, which one is raw. So we see that Shortage has raw, and Fortress is dead. Fortress dies here. Could send Doug. But yeah, no send either, so Suicune just does whatever it wants. Yeah, a lot of fuck up honestly in this matchup. A lot of fuck up in the builder and in the game itself. This was way better than the other team Shortage wanted to bring, by the way. I'm assuming the other team was even fatter. I think the reason why he went Claydol here is because he expected the Claydol to spin. And maybe Shortage made a crazy play expecting this and boomed on the clay doll, knowing that if spikes were up, he had a win condition. No, I don't think it's the new wave tickle. We just saw 2 in a row, but keep in mind that one was Shin Itsuki, who is like not really following trends, I believe, and the other one is from Dice. No, actually, it wasn't from Shin Itsuki. It's from Dice and Jabba, and both of those guys really don't follow the trends. They make their own thing. So unless everyone decides start to think, oh yeah, Toxic Ball Beam is the wave, I don't think it's gonna catch on. Honestly, don't even really like it myself. Why would you use T-Ball to overfire? You need to eat Suicune, I guess. Blizzard just fucking died. I mean, it's going down to Suicune anyway. This game is probably going down to Suicune. We didn't see... Wait. There is a danger here. Okay. Shortage is never gonna switch Suicune in. Okay, we see another T-Ball, by the way. I mean, yeah, we saw it earlier. This game looks fucking weird, dude. Is this choice back? Is this Calm Mind Blissey? Probably Calm Mind Blissey in this team. If you want to have an actual answer to some Calm Minders. Oh, wait. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad for Shortage. What's the Suicune at? Oh, it crit the Skarmory too. Okay, at least Shortage Suicune is faster, which is very big in this kind of matchup. So he gets to rest. One Dugs at 27. Wait. Okay, hold up. I need to figure this out. He didn't rest, he decided to click roll. So why did he do that? He's losing Suicune in the process. So he wanna win with his Zondercure? But he's slower. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I get it. If he knows he's slower, it's because he's CM on the Blissey and he doesn't wanna get phased by the Suicune. Because he knows that if it's CM Blissey, you don't wanna CM against the opposite Suicune and then get phased out. So he wanted to lose all his Pokemon. Shortage played this well because he played in such a way to force the Ducture to click Earthquake. Because if he doesn't, his own Ducture sweeps. So by doing what he did like that, he makes sure the Blissey ends in a 1v1 without the Suicune possibility to phase it away. And now his Blissey should win. Unless he gets crit. Yeah. Okay, honestly, the biggest fuck up of this game, though... Yeah, he just crit and won. Yes, the biggest fuck up of this game was in the builder for Dice, for Shin Itsuki. Not having refresh on Claydol, and not having or spin or Fortress. Also, never spinning with Claydol. Was actually so weak to Raw Suicune too. Like Raw Suicune from Shortage with spikes was an insane win condition as well. I thought Blizz got pressure start. Nah. T-Ball doing too much. T-Ball was doing 38, by the way. It was always winning. That's a 3 KO. Even without Sand. Well, I don't like this kind of team anymore. This is what I used to run like 7 years ago or something, but that's way too fat. You get pressured by a shit ton of things. I don't know why it's offensive Gengar either. Anyway, let's move on. I still have plenty of games. How many time has it been? Not even 2 hours. Let's go. Hey, see how letter ends. Still got plenty of games. Thanks for the bits, by the way. I appreciate support again. very much, thank you. Legit. Because as much as I like doing this, this takes quite a bit of time, all those streams. So it's nice to have it like being... I can't find the word for it in English. Rentabilisé. Sorry, my English is failing me right now. Anyway. Next game is... Oh, we are moving to Rune of Half Premier League, by the way. And give me a sec. This is gonna be Kurtz against Iceup. There we go. Moving on to Rune of RPL game. Yeah, worth it, I guess. So let's see. Kurtz is leading with Fortress. Yeah, that's a 3 spikes on Metagross on the lead position. Even if it clicked HP Fire, you don't die and you get to spike. So I think the trade is worth it. The only punish here is Choice Band Metagross clicking Boom. But Fortress can actually tank it, by the way. Often it doesn't though. Okay, Earthquake revealing to not be Choice Band. Kurtz is weakening the Fortress slightly. I think he switches out here. Nope. Gets second spike. And now he switches out to Swampert. Okay. Protects. Tries to clear on Boom, even if it's not... Was it even worth it to click Earthquake in the Fortress duel here? Because Metagross is back to full. He went back to Fortress and he actually caught the Boom with it. What? Such a good exchange for Kurtz. Keep the rock resist, and he got the spikes in the process. Men's Ditto. Okay, well, I need to slow down a little bit. He actually got 2 spikes and the Metagross there. That's so fucking good. Yeah, thanks, Siglad. Yep. Yeah, that's the one Pikachu. So they both send Mens. Wait. Last information. Let's see which Mens Intimidator went first, because we're gonna see able to see which one is faster, or if it's a speed tie. Kurt's one is faster, at least based on the Intimidate. Goes Blissey to check for big Mens, and so does Iceup. But Iceup switching is Swampert with 2 spikes up, so less than ideal. It's Protect 2. It's Wish Please. I think I know what Team Kurt is using. I think Kurtz is using, and I'm go out on the limb, but I think it's the team I gave him during Rune of RPL, and he changed the Milotic to a Swampert because he loves Swampert. And I'm just saying this based on the fact that he has a random shiny Mens, and I always make my Mens shiny. And the fact that he has a random shiny Mens makes me think it's the same team. Just switched one Pokemon. Anyway, so there is probably a Tita in the back to go with the Fortress. And if it's the same team, it's Breloom last. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Breloom running into Celebi, so gonna switch out into Mens. And Psychic did fucking 62, so that's gonna be that's offensive Celebi. Kurtz goes to oh, okay. Kurtz tried to catch the Psychic Stain and pursued this for Breloom, I would assume. It doesn't though, and finds Swampert, which is less than ideal. But Swampert doesn't have Focus Punch, so it's walled pretty comfortably by Blissey. Hold up though. Kurtz just got surprised because this is Protect Toxic Earthquake. That's a Swampert I've never seen before. That's not good. At least he gets to spore something. That actually pressures the Blissey too. And he spored the Magneton. That's not the Pokemon you wanted to find here. At least he gets to Focus Punch something else now. He does not though. I prefer going Blissey. I'm guessing he wanna wish something. Oh, it's Sun. Non, ça va. Okay. I don't know what Iceup tried here. Why did he like this? If he's not EV to hit the Ice Beam. What did he think would happen? So wish he expected the Ice Beam maybe? Blissey looks like it just wins, honestly. Even Swampert can just get Wish into like Breloom or Swampert on his own. And it's Leech Seed. Okay, very well played from Kurtz. Nice people. Leech Seed Calm Mind, by the way, which again surprises Kurtz. Because Psychic did the shit ton to Mixmans earlier. So he was expecting offensive Celebi, aka no Leech Seed, but he played Leech Seed and then Calm Mind. And now he's gonna scout for Giga Drain. And that's why he goes Salamence, which should be faster. Yeah, the Mance doing absolutely nothing, not even weakening the Blissey, was pretty fucking bad, no lie. Aesop knows he's slower from sand damage and he goes to Swampert. So what is gonna be the last Pokemon for Aesop? I wanna say just random Digitar. Wish on Earthquake. Swampert gets to eat in the meantime. Because Celebi, why? I don't know about that Celebi, honestly. Kurtz can just Wish here and go Titar. Maybe actually toss first. Yeah, Ice Beam actually, because it killed with... What am I saying? We saw Ice Beam to 45 earlier. So yeah, that killed with Sand. If it didn't, Celebi was gonna be dead to Spikes now. Yeah, Kurtz just dominating. I think Aesop team is not good. I don't like those teams. Really don't like those Celepert Mag meta sort of mix of offense. Yeah, Siglet. I can't see it. I can't see it honestly. My team has Milotic over Swampert, so you have the perfect Swampert switch in. Kurtz definitely is weaker, so I would expect like HP Grass would make sense. See you later, Tackle. Thanks for chilling with us already. Yeah, he's pretty weak to offensive Pert as a result. Maybe he made the Salamence HP Grass, but probably not, otherwise he would have clicked it already. Oh, it's Sleep Toad, man. Aesop comes from another era. Just lost the Titar for nothing. Sleep Toad Magneton used to be very popular, by the way, because you didn't have much like good filler on Magneton, so it was able to deal with Hypnosis, Bulbing, Gengar. And Swampert is a bit annoying right now. I guess he's going to his own Pert. Yep. Did he get Toxic on the Switch? He did not. In fact, it clicked the worst move possible. Get face down and reveal the fucking D-Knight. Okay, D-Knight gets phased out. It's not Ice Beam Pert. I think he's gonna weaken the Pert to the point where Salamence can win. Because Salamence and Blissey should be able to beat this D-Knight. There is also the fact that Sleep is back on the menu. Yeah, he's just gonna keep spamming Warp. And if Swampert dies from poison, if it's against Swampert, then Breloom is in and clicks Spore. If it's against D-Knight, it's Salamence, yeah. Since his Monopert is always faster, so Mixmans wins this. Oh, okay, you will refresh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, refresh makes sense here. I was gonna say refresh Pert makes a lot of sense. That's what I would have used to. Dragonclaw doing absolutely nothing because it's D-Knight. That did way too little, by the way. Like, I know D-Knight is faster than Mance, but still. Okay, and for some ungodly reason, the D-Knight is slower. What the fuck, man? Why was it slower at +1? It's not like it's facing Aerodactyl. How do you not EV to at least outspeed the base 100 at +1? What the fuck was a D-Knight spread? Bruh moment for sure. How are you slower than Mixed Mets at +1? I mean, Curse was winning anyway, unless the D-Knight create the Blissey. Curse played this very solidly. I like Steam, but I mean, that's mine, so... I wanna say it's mine just because he changed one set, so... But yeah, I like this team a lot. Except team is super weak to Jolt, by the way. Yeah, it is. This team is weak AF to Electrics. Yes, Celebi, but like... It's Celebi without recover? Why did even this Celebi? Except just, honestly, he doesn't have up-to-date team. He only uses things from another era. Okay, we're closing in on the 2 hours mark and there are still a lot of games left. What do I want to do with this? Time goes so fast, by the way. Let's just keep going. I might just be a bit faster from now on, otherwise I'm gonna have no time to spend after the games themselves. Dice C, let's go. Dice C for one of RPL still. Celebi lead against Metagross. Choice Band doing a fuckload on the Stormy Switch and getting an attack race, so I'm assuming Earthquake is coming. Okay, this Storm is pretty flat though, based on the Earthquake damage at +1. Oh, that's a very helpful crit. Doesn't get the roll. That crit is life-changing from Dice. I feel like he's gonna click Recover here. Nope. His teammate Vaporeon. Is this the same kind of team that we saw earlier? T-Wave. That's a lucky power too. It's very lucky power, honestly. This reminds me of the Slacking team. Yep, so far it's the same as the Slacking team. Okay, Aerocross behind the sub. You hate to say it as Dice. Sword ends too. If Megahorn one-shot this, Dice gonna lose at least 2 more. What? Aerocross moment. That fucking sucks. Now sack Stormy. Never mind, doesn't even sack it. You just click Megahorn at this point, don't even waste time with Brick Break. That Dice is such a good... Dice got so lucky here, honestly, overall. C should be very much ahead. Don't wanna get dugged? What do you mean? You're getting dugged anyway, if you... And Boom doesn't even kill Tita, yeah. Such a waste overall. Megahorn. Was there a dug in the back? Yep, I guess that was to be expected considering the way Dice played. And I mean, the build also makes sense. Does he have a spiker in the back? I would... Okay. Aerocross should have done a lot. If Aerocross one-shot the Ductory, should have killed at least one other guy. Vaporeon coming back on Ice Beam. Yeah, it just sucks right now. So, does he pass out? Oh, wait, Toxic. That's unexpected. Sub-Toxic Balance Pass. You didn't see that coming. To be fair, Surf and Toxic have good synergy together. There isn't much Pokemon switching into this combo freely. It's Edge-Clad technology. And okay. Well, I'm assuming Dice win with ease from now. Okay, switch Dugin. Just Dice. Swampert is poison, but I guess if Mance eats the Ice Beam, but we need to one-shot the last Pokemon. Okay, it does eat, and the poison is useful because now it's in range of the HP Fly. Let's go. Get the roll. No! I mean, I guess Celebi was gonna eat anyway. He's asking what's the last, and Dice isn't revealing it. I think Celebi eats and Revenge kills the Mance anyway. Huh. I don't know honestly about the Claydol here. I feel like the team has Magneton to remove Skarm. Yes, Brick Break on Heracross anyway. I feel like the Claydol shouldn't be a Claydol. Pretty sure the Celebi didn't eat. Are you why? Why would he not eat, by the way? Like, this Salamence is obviously investing in Speed F, so it's not max attack. Celebi is at 100. Like, Celebi often eats this. Yeah, I don't like Claydol here, honestly. I feel like Spin isn't really needed for this team. So you might as well just bring something a bit more offensive. Claydol got to boom the Stormy, that's it. Smack Speed, Jolie, Shadow Ball, Earthquake, Rock Tomb, Boom. Doesn't have spin. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. I guess it helps a bit against like Gengar. I would do something else still. Yeah, the perfect ending. Perfect music to end this game. Well, pretty nice team from C, honestly. Once again, Vaporeon is so good at enabling offense in the early game. Because when you give a sub to Pokemon like Heracross, you often get to snatch a bit more than expected for the defensive player. So they have to trade a bit more stuff to handle your Pokemon behind the sub to the point where the defense has been broken open. And you can finish with the rest. You need a lot of IQ points to use it. Yeah, man. I do like this. I'm gonna put it in the Vaporeon sub. I'm assuming it's Pump. It could be Surf if you want. There we go. Next. Oh, you're gonna love this, guys. Anti. So Kratos Mana against Johnny G2 for one of RPL. So I'm gonna give you guys the rundown. Before the game, Anti and I are friends. It was like, can you give me a fun team to use for this game? I don't care about it anyway. So I gave him an Alakazam offense with spikes. Alakazam Jolt. And we put the Gengar that Vapikuno was using in it. So it's enough. You're gonna see it's an Alakazam Spikes team. Did my game went through already? Nope. But I don't see. Oh yeah, you're soon. You're soon. Cousin. So Johnny leads. Johnny is Agatha from Ifo, by the way, and Anti is Bruno from Ifo. Anti leads Titar. It's a faster variant. And oh yeah, by the way, Anti wanted to use physically defensive Skarmory for some reason, which is pretty good against Metagross, so he goes into it. It clicks Brick Break, and he tries Bend, but it only does 27. Click, get the spikes up against another Brick Break, and he goes Gengar. So he gets... I like this Gengar switch, honestly. Rather than staying in and clicking Roar, you get to be at the offensive already. He goes back to Tita. Honestly, this back to Tita is so good from Anti. Rather than finding out what's the Gengar switch by clicking an offensive move, he goes back to Tita, which catches Moltres, by the way. Now he goes back to Metagross and he clicks Rock Slide and he misses. Kinda annoying because he would have been able to figure out the spread. And Tita is quite fast, so knowing if you outspeed or not the Metagross is useful. He goes Metagross here on his own instead of Skarmory, because Skarmory is getting low. And Metagross is leftovers. And he goes immediately back to Tita, by the way. Insane double back because Moltres is coming in and he can't really pressure it. And now we see Claydol on Rock Slide. Claydol obviously quite annoying for this kind of Gengar Skarmory structures. Johnny here goes back to Metagross. I don't know exactly why. I'm expecting him to... He wants to pressure the Tyranitar with Stain and click HP Bug or maybe Crunch, because like Rock Slide Crunch is a set technically. But usually it's more with Fortress. So mash on the switch, physically defensive, no, it doesn't mash on the switch. You just mash on the Skarmory because it doubled back into it. You click Roar this time, and Moltres comes in, which is not what you want to see. So I'm just gonna stop already the game to say that I believe at this point it's the team that EBDM posted in his dump that has been used quite a bit by some players, and Johnny G2 in particular. It goes Metagross, Moltres, and the Moltres is actually Sunny Day on this team. Claydol, Snorlax, Suicune, and I don't remember what the last in the original version of this team. I guess it should be Duckshio, but I'm not sure. So he goes Jolteon on the Will-O-Wisp because he doesn't want to take it with T-Tar. And he goes Jolteon instead, which threatens the Moltres away. And he battled pass for momentum, and now Metagross is back in for leftovers. Does he want to mash into Moltres? He mashes into he mashes but doesn't find Moltres. Rather, Metagross is getting low, by the way. I thought that switching from NT was amazing, by the way, because the Metagross never clicks Meteor Mash here. It always clicks one of Earthquake or Boom. And Gengar covered both of those moves and the Moltres mid-ground. So yeah, a very nice switch from NT here. He gets T-Ball the Moltres and weaken it while dodging the Will-O-Wisp, which is quite big, obviously. Now Snorlax is coming in on another T-Ball. The Spikes is really paying its dividends so far. Skarmory is back in. It's physically defensive too, so even less damage coming from Snorlax soon. Back to Moltres, gets phased away and right back in. It's pretty clear at this point that there isn't a really good T-Tar Moltres switching. I mean, there is T-Tar obviously, but you don't really want to switch into Will-O-Wisp. And now Moltres gets Toxic on the switch, so it's on the timer. NT is just cementing a really good position. He goes right into Gengar, which eats the Fire Blast just fine. And Moltres... yeah, okay. NT is just doing so well. I think he expected... I don't know exactly what to come in. But Moltres was gonna die if he stayed in. So I guess he's keeping Gengar just in case there is a Pursuiter in the back. And he goes into T-Tar, which catches Gengar here. NT is playing, honestly, this game amazing. He makes all the right mid-ground, so he rocks into Metagross. And he doesn't want to risk a potential... he knows he's fast, but maybe based on the Rock Slide damage, Metagross could be faster, so he decided to switch out into Skarmory because he probably doesn't get much use out of it at this point. Yeah, and now Metagross can just come back in. Suicune, yeah, there is just no check to Metagross at this point for Johnny G2. He has to send his Suicune, which he probably wanted to keep in the back for later. However, good pivoting into Gengar is threatening Will-O-Wisp. He goes back into Metagross actually. And yeah, team has... I made it protect Metagross on this team because it's the only rock resist. So wanted to have potential protect for leftovers, and it catches the Choice Band Grosser, which cannot make progress whatsoever. So Moltres comes back on the field, but it's burned right now. So going T-Tar is pretty safe. Click Morning Sun. Like I said earlier, this was the Razor reset into Suicune team, so the Moltres is actually Sunny Day, Morning Sun, Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, now T-Tar catches the Claydol on the switch with Ice Beam. Does he click? He does click it again. Skarmory can spike. Yeah, at this point it's such a one game in my opinion. Moltres kinda goes to town too. Jolteon kinda goes to town. It's burned though, so gonna play around the pivoting. Gonna play around Claydol potentially pivoting into T-Bolt. I honestly don't know what the hell is the Gengar doing here. And it's HP Grass too. for some reason. Why is there an HP Grass Gengar without spikes? If someone can clue me in about this one. Okay, so Metagross can even boom into Suicune. You know what wins? Remember when I told you there was an Alakazam in the back? Alakazam just straight up murders this team now. And it comes in on Suicune clicking rest. And you're gonna see the moveset I gave him. It's Anchorzam to prevent the team from losing to any last Pokemon. It also helps against like DD Tyranitar. So you go Alakazam on DD, you always outspeed, and you can anchor on the DD. You can get a bunch of free turns on passive move like that, like Protect Jirachi too. Yeah, Alakazam just wins, and make sure with anchors that Suicune is never gonna sweep. The set is Psychic, Fire Punch, HP Grass Anchor. The Fire Grasp Psychic coverage with Alakazam speed and power is always useful, and then you have Anchor for those kind of situation. Yeah, at this point the game just ends. To the end of Zam. GG for NT. He played very well earlier. Lot of good mid-grounds between Scum, Tita, Metagross and Gengar to prevent Moltres. Moltres should have done so much more if you look at the matchup. But it wasn't ever about to do much. And Johnny also never got to spin. So yeah. Pretty sick win, honestly. Moving on to Fear against Lord B from Rune of RPL again. Break lead into Zapdos, reveal sub on the T-Wave. I don't know why Fear clicked T-Wave here. I guess he's expecting sub toxic, so maybe he has a good answer in the back and he doesn't mind. Yeah, if he's a specially defensive Jirachi, that's a good answer. But it's actually CM and not toxic, so that's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, the Raikou sub just drops to Body Slam. Oh, it's Samuel Best? I didn't know he changed his name. And it's subs. Wait. Sub Sevi. Is it sub Balance Pass? Sub HP Fire? What? It's doing absolutely nothing to the Jirachi, by the way. Click CM on a oh, that CM is a bit greedy. But it kills now with HP Fire. Fear or ever realize that and goes Titar. Sub CM HP Fire is not common at all. And it's actually walled by fucking Zapdos of all things. I guess if the Celebi is ulti, you 1-1 Zapdos, but in this case it's not. And it's Drill Pack too, so goodbye. Raikou back in, there is a Claydol in the back this time, and I mean Tita was still ulti. But Fear wanna keep Tita because there is an obvious Dugtrio in this CM spam. Earthquake doing 26 to Hard Clay Breloom. Isn't Breloom just gonna die to S-Beam here? Never mind, Breloom is faster. That sucks for Samuel Based. Now Jirachi is coming in, and Claydol is still earthy to take on it, and we actually see sub. Wait, is it? Oh, it's my Breloom. My Breloom, guys. So nice. So the Tita is pursued, I would assume. Oh man, gone. Yeah, the game just ended, I think. Samuel Base tried to be cute and double the Dugtrio on the Tita, but just got insanely punished. Soul Read. Okay. Yeah, does he have Roar on this? I assume he does. Nope. Okay. Isn't this dangerous as fuck? Surely he has Roar, right? Or maybe he's trying to win the 1v1 with Croco? Yo, what's going on? Oh, it's faster Zap. Okay. Well, it was pretty dire, honestly. I'm just gonna say that, like, offensive Rachi like this is often absolute max speed. So maybe Zapdos was too for fear, but if that was in win condition, the game just came down to a 50-50 on the spot right there. And he would have probably lost to Sub-CM, by the way, considering the way he played. But Sub-CM is... Actually, let's be real, Sub-CM isn't really the Jirachi you expect on this kind of team. On this kind of CM spam, at least. So we got Zapdos, which T-waves it. And now, I guess, Claydol comes in. Maybe should have gotten... No. Okay, he goes Porygon. It's trying to keep Jirachi. I guess Jirachi can still do a bit of work. Yeah, but now Fear Jirachi can heal up on this. And Jirachi kinda wins for Fear now. However, he doesn't wanna get burned or die. Yeah, here goes Titar. It's special. It should be special anyway, so it's fine clicking Crunch. Yeah, Fire Blast just does about the same. Jirachi heals up on Porygon too, and it probably wins from there. Okay. Well, this power is a bit annoying, but it should still be fine. Jirachi is also gonna keep the Claydol ulti with Wish against Reiku and Jirachi. So he should be fine. Oh, okay, he's going for it with Reiku, trying to get lucky. He just lost 25% for nothing, I feel. Oh wait, he just went hard Claydol into Jirachi and got burned. That's kinda suck. I wonder if he can lose to Jirachi, honestly. It's paralyzed, so technically Breloom could fish for a paralysis as it subs on it. And Breloom just came in on Ice Beam and died. Hold up, guys. Pursue the Jirachi down. I think Fear should wish the Tyranitar, by the way. Can lose to Suicune. Yeah, Crunch doing... Oh, that's a helpful paralysis. That's quite a big paralysis, honestly. Yeah. Reiku coming in Claydol. Which HP Grass did 1,000,000, by the way. It doesn't want to go straight into Jirachi because Jirachi losing too much health means Suicune win. Did he get the power here? He did. He did. That's a pretty big power. That's a very big power, honestly. So he wishes. I think you wish again as Samuel Best here. No, that T-Bot is so bad. Oh, it's not even Protect. But Fear played this Jirachi so well. It's not even Protect, by the way. That second... Ah, man, that T-Bot is so bad. He needed another CM. He needs to truck the Jirachi down with a +2 T-Bot. And now he just... Oh. Yeah, the Jirachi is too healthy. It's probably gonna win now. If Suicune cannot do it, and I'm guessing it won't. This Jirachi is going absolutely insane. Hydropalm doing 55. Okay. Oh, I guess he's sacking Titar here. Oh, that's full paralyzed. Wait. Okay. So now what? Because the Jirachi is a Hydro Pump branch. Okay. Samuel Best should win if he hits. But gotta hit Pump through... Ah, and he gets paralyzed. Oh, that's so unlucky, honestly. This Jirachi also got all the immediate body slam paralysis, and he needed them to win this. Ah, that's pretty unlucky, honestly. Yeah, now he loses to... Porygon 2 just loses this one-on-one once it gets burned. Yep. Yeah, man. Or sorry at best. Okay, I'm just gonna move on to the last game of Rune of RPL. It's gonna be Cousin against Charm Flash. Actually, there are 2 more games for Rune of RPL. There is also Kyle H-Clat. Okay, Cousin Charm Flash first. Let's see what's coming. Oh, we got Jinx against Titar. T-Way, Lovely Kiss. That's a bit risky in my opinion, but maybe I like to... Didn't run into Lum at least. Goes Metagross. Oh. Jinx usually have Dug in the back, so you can Ice Beam into Dug, or you can be greedy and Lovely Kiss. Just a bit risky. Goes into Metagross as Charm Flash goes into Milotic. Metagross clicked hard boom. Okay. Not the best boom, honestly. Try to HP fire the Fortress down. Yeah, I don't like Lovely Kiss turn 1 against Titar either. Calm Mind on Ice Beam. Does he have Balance Pass? Because Balance Pass use Balance Pass into Jinx. Okay. What is that accomplishing? So Charm Flash is just soft boy here. Oh, okay. Nicely done from Cousin. If that was the whole intent, that was nicely done, honestly. And now he gets to kill the Blissey because there is no spikes. He won't die from Ice Beam either. Yeah, nicely done, honestly. Okay, so he removes the Blissey. Pretty sure, considering we saw Metagross, this Celebi, Jinx, and Ductrio, this is probably the rain team from Teclis that was used in SPL against Tamahome. So it's Sub Zapdos and Kingdra in the back. Zapdos potentially really good here against this kind of team. Yeah, potentially good. Celebi pretty good too. With Blissey down, and yeah, it's a Gengar variant. Gengar is quite annoying for Celebi though. Sack Jinx, I'm guessing. Yep. Not even dead yet, actually. No, the turn one thing is not switching out. It's just you can Ice Beam, and then the trio kills the Titor. That's the idea. Okay, Charm Flash goes back to Milotic. Did we see if the Gengar was faster than the Celebi? Yeah, it was. So he's just sacking Jinx at this point. Yep. And Zapdos comes in. Zapdos gonna be able to sub here on the Titar, I'm assuming. Oh, so dude, Zapdos runs a train on this man. Okay, HP Grass didn't kill though, and it's raw, so it... Oh, but Swampert is dead. The thing is, Ductrio is dead to spikes too, so it won't be able to finish the Titar or whatever. I do know that the last is Sub Kingdra, so Sub Kingdra not only wins, but also has all the time in the world to fish against Milotic. And Zapdos also wins. Pretty weird. Yeah. Nice Zapdos, honestly. I mean... Yeah, I guess it's a nice Zapdos. Yeah, Milotic never clicked Surf, I guess. Just recover first, so might as well keep the Ductrio sack for later. T-Bolt, I'm guessing, into Titar. And it's offensive Zapdos, so Titar just fucking explodes. Gengar comes back. And Zapdos is faster, by the way. Oh, dude, Charm Flash. Yeah, okay. Okay, the thing is... Yeah, he knows that since Zapdos is faster, Gengar is to boom. At this point, Celebi wins, and even Kingdra kinda wins if it freezes the Milotic. CM on Toxic. Yeah. Yeah, it's not... Oh, it can actually CM pass into Kingdra and wins. Yeah, CM pass into Kingdra just win. If it's sub. And I'm pretty sure it's sub on this team. Giga Drain once to see what's happening. He also forces the Milotic to recover. He can just win with Celebi if he wants to. And looks like that's what he's doing. Yep. GG. Nicely played, cousin. The way you trapped Blissey with Dub was pretty sick, honestly. And once Blissey was dead, Zapdos Celebi just went hard in the paint. I think Swampert Milotic is kind of defense overdone. Like it just doubles up on a lot of weakness by using both Milotic and Swampert. Could have used something like defensive Metagross, which would be slightly better against Celebi. It's weaker against Titar, but still. Just like the simulation. Nicely done, man. Yeah, the boom was kind of preemptive. Don't think you needed to boom yet, but if you kept the original team, you do not have leftovers on Metagross, so I guess you felt like you were on a timer. You have HP Fire too, so could have HP Fire the Fortress. Good. GG. And the last game of Rune of RPL is Ashclat against KL. So let's see, Titar lead. Ashclat has been using a lot of Titar, Aerodactyl, Celebi, Stormy, Skarmory, and then fill a slot between Aggron and the boys. So let's see if it's another one of those teams. Salamence lead. Fortress coming on the that's a pretty nice Fortress here from Kyle, because a lot of people go Skarmory or Water against Mance in this situation. So they both spike up, goes back to Titar on the non-spin, by the way, another spike, and he Focus Punch the Swampert switch, and it does 41, so we know that's quite physically invested. Swampert goes back to Skarmory. Does he have a Gengar to play around Fortress? That's what we're gonna see. Interesting Protect here. I don't know about this Protect. Fortress coming back in on the third spike. Is there a Gengar? There is a Gengar. Yep. Love to see it. So Ashclat pretty dominant early game. Back to Titar on the Titar itself. Very nicely done. Don't wanna get pursued this easily. Nice mid-ground that is actually covered by Ashclat. Very nice Rock Slide, honestly. I guess Rock Slide is actually pretty safe because a lot of Pursuit Titar don't like this one-on-one. But we've seen some Brick Break and counter. Rock Slide was always gonna damage Swampert, if only because of the spikes, and Mance was the mid-ground for Kyle, and Ashclat covered that with the Rock Slide, so very solid early game. Fortress coming back in since Titar is intimidated. I feel like Kyle is gonna go Titar here. Protect. Oh, I like this Protect from Ashclat because it was covering the Titar double. However, Kyle just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna spike, man, and get some leftovers recovery. And now Kyle actually goes Titar on the Gengar, so Ashclat just got kinda owned this past 2 turns. It is HP Grass. Oh, what? Why did it die? I was gonna say HP Grass is gonna kill it, it's fine. But it died to Crunch. And Sand. No, what is going on, Ashclat? Was this expected? Not enough bulk? Is this one of those famous like I have like no bulk? Oh man. I thought you had the bulk for this. You hate to say it as the... Oh, it's gonna go downhill as soon as Fortress finds an opening. So Ishkla doing his best to not give Fortress an opening by going Moltres here. Peter being sacked. Are we gonna see Blissey? We see Snorlax actually. That's okay. I don't know how I lived. My scam is HP still. Ay. Yeah, can't even do shit against Fortress now. Fortress T-Tar matchup is a bit dire then. Oh, and then you get caught like this in Ultra HD. I think he's just spamming Body Slam, yeah. No reason for him not to, I guess. Worst thing happening is Drill Peck, in which case I guess the weekend's count too. And now Fortress comes in on HP Steel. And now it's a free spin. It's time to send Misdreavus if you have it. No Misdreavus, just a sad Moltres. I mean, Moltres can win on its own mostly, since it's Snorlax and not Blissey. Not like this. Just fucking pain, man. Yeah, why is it Snorlax and not Blissey, by the way? What the fuck? Dude, yes, Fortress T-Tar, but he's still fucking racked around by Special Attacker. Correct team makes no sense. Why is there a fucking Snorlax here? Dude, and there is Lantern too. Lantern would have won too if with the spikes up. Okay, back to Scum. Try to double again out of the Fortress coming in, because can I lose to Mixmans? Get you another actually. Oh man, it's working so far. Okay, Snorlax out of commission. So if Ashclat has something really fast in the last slot, like HP Grass Jolteon, no, it doesn't have Jolt with Lantern. And now Fortress come in. No. Yeah, even Swampert can be annoying now, because it heals. Sacked Snorlax. Gengar. Lantern. Click Ice Punch this time because Moltres got way too low. Fortress being sacked. Wait, send Lens? That's not expected. I mean, I guess he's trying to get Lantern in Gengar range. It's Rock Slide Mixmans too. Okay. It's Choice Band, what am I saying? Missed that for some reason. Oh, it's the Anti-Flygon. Yep. Okay. Huh, just lose it to Gengar, I guess. Does it have a grass move? And it does too. Pain. Mega Pain Supreme. So it goes Swampert, yeah. I feel like honestly, he was so behind H-Clap that maybe Focus Punch was the move here. Because he knows... Like, he just loses if he loses Gengar. So we might as well Focus Punch the Swampert to have a shot with Flygon Endure. Yeah. No, it's just over, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Gengar is gonna clean. Gengar with Swampert. Would have been nice to Focus Punch earlier. GG! That's a sick team from Ashclad, by the way. Really like this. I really like this team from Ashclad. nice use of Lantern here to give you a tool against Jolteon and Stormy. Just unfortunate that the Gengar wasn't EV'd for the Tyranitar. I think it was all in on the... I like the use of HP for Steel, honestly. Because the team definitely has Aerodactyl issues. Like... Angel say like Flygon is just not that good of an Aerodactyl answer. So I think HP Steel to help. Also more damage on Titar because you do not have a proper Titar switch-in. HP Steel to prevent Titar and Aerodactyl from coming freely on Skarm because you do not have the right switch-in is pretty nice. Yeah, you won honestly if it wasn't for the Titar Gengar dying to Crunch. Probably should have just gone Titar instead of Gengar the second time around. Just force damage with Sponge. Yeah. Cool team. Cool team, man. Alright. So, there's still a lot of games technically. But it's getting down. How many time has it been? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Let me think this through. I'm just gonna take a little AFK break to get a little snack, and I'll be right back.
Welcome. Welcome.
Okay, I'm back, guys. To eat a little something for the last batch of games. So we're actually gonna watch my games now for ADV Seasonal. This was for loser final reset against Gorex and Jabba. So let's start with the game against Gorex first. Okay, so this one this one is gonna be something you're gonna see. So we both did Metagross. I click Earthquake, I'm faster, and I do over half. So I have the upper hand. I go back to Celebi, I know he's not switching, and I'm expecting here, expecting something like Skarmory or a water type. Instead, I'm facing down a fucking Moltres. And let me tell you, I have no Moltres switching on my team besides Gyarados, aka Dead to Will-O-Wisp, because I'm using the Ninja's team from HClat that I customized quite a while ago to fit my my preferences. So I'm actually Ancient Power Celebi with enough speed for modest Moltres. So I know my play to catch Moltres is to hopefully have it switching to Celebi later and outspeed and surprise KO it. So we'll see how that goes. I go right into Gyarados on the Flamethrower. He is faster and click Will-O-Wisp, which actually sucks because my Gyarados is pretty much dead at this point. So I DD again because it doesn't seem he have a good Gyarados switching. He goes back to Metagross. And I'm hoping that Earthquake is gonna kill. Unfortunately, I leave it with 1 HP and I die from Rock Slide. So I just know I straight up drop dead to Moltres. I send Magneton, remove the Metagross because I don't want it to bother me. He sends Snorlax, and I go back to Celebi, and I see an opening here because he didn't send Moltres on my Magneton. So I was like, okay, I go Celebi. Hopefully I Sword Dance, and he sent Moltres, and I get to kill it with Enchant Power. If it doesn't, I can Baton Pass the Sword Dance and go from there. I click HP Fight, and here I'm pretty unlucky because he actually gets a Paralysis on this turn when I would have been able to outspeed. Hey. Thanks a lot for the sub. How do you pronounce your name? VH Skirol? Appreciate the sub a lot, by the way. Visceral, okay. I guess it was taken, but thanks. Really glad to see it, man. I'm glad you are enjoying this. So the priority is pretty big here because I was hoping to kill the Snorlax on the next turn and then hopefully would send Moltres and I would revenge kill it. Yo, dude. Thanks a shit ton, man. You guys are so nice with me. Thanks a lot for the sub too, Iradium. Prime Gaming. And now it sends Heracross as I go back to Metagross. And I think I'm recognizing the team from EBDM 2. So it's Weather Reset Moltres with Sunny Day, Heracross, there is a Suicune in the back. And what's the last should be Claydol, but I'm not sure about this part. So I Rock Slide here because I don't want to mismatch, and hopefully if you would send Moltres it would catch it. Instead it's actually Magneton. It's actually Magneton, which I eat, but at this point I have... Okay, so my last two, by the way, guys. My last two are Ninjask and Marowak. Okay, so I have Ninjask and Marowak. I actually have a shot with Ninjask because I can get a speed boost and Baton Pass it to Marowak on a Flamethrower, which would outspeed and one-shot Moltres. But it does have Suicune in the back, and Suicune would win the game from there. So I'm just sending Celebi, and I'm hoping to outspeed and surprise him with HP Rock. But it's actually Timid Moltres, so aka Omega Bad, aka I just lose. So I send Marowak, and my best shot is it doesn't click Flamethrower for some reason, and I get to kill him. He actually goes for Will-O-Wisp, and I get to kill the Moltres. So that's one step. He sends Suicune, I send Magneton. I'm timid, so I know I'm gonna outspeed this Suicune. It's always Cocoon in this build. T-Ball took your Snorlax. The problem is Heracross is pretty annoying right now, but I actually have Ninjas to outspeed. I send it, and it just sub. So this was a 50-50 here. The reason is I do have my Ninjask outspeeds +1 Heracross, and I have HP flying. So I was hoping to come into Mega Horn or something and kill it. But he decided to sub anyway. So I'm like, okay, if I get a miss, it's actually all right because I get to break the sub with Ninjask and outspeed. And if he sends Suicune, I can baton pass to because Marowak takes a serve from Suicune, depending on the spread. I get the Lychee Berry here. So I'm obviously losing right now. The only option is he miss a move of Marowak, and I get to set up. So I go Marowak, I get all the boosts, and he actually misses Mega Horn. And it chokes here because he clicked Mega Horn, but it doesn't kill him. And he needed to sub against to be in Swarm range. In which case, Mega Horn would have killed Marowak and he would have won with Suicune. Well, he would have won with Suicune because I would have been able to revenge kill the Heracross with Ninjas, but then Suicune wins. However, it did not, and I get to weaken the Suicune for Magneton to finish the game. Honestly, a complete steal. I don't think there is much, I don't think that game was interesting. I didn't get the matchup I was hoping for with this kind of team, but even then, you can outplay a lot of matchup, but Timid Moltres is just absolutely, it's just a loss, honestly. Timid Moltres just murders this team. If I pass the boost to Gyarados instead, would have been fine, but there wasn't much opportunity for me to pass boost to Gyarados. I felt like, so I don't know. So not so much to say. Besides, I got super lucky by dodging Will-O-Wisp. He should have Flamethrower, honestly. He should have Flamethrower but he wasn't expecting Ninjask in the last slot. Even though when he saw Marowak, he should have seen it coming. But Gorex doesn't play that much ADV, so I guess he didn't expect Ninjask there. But when I said Marowak before Ninjask, he probably could have been expecting Ninjask last. Then he weakened Marowak with Moltres and Suicune Heracross win. Hello, Ems. So this is my second game against Gorex. I'm using a team. I'm using a team with Didimance, Metagross, Snorlax, Titar, and Jolteon. And I have Jolteon to check Stormy and Wish Stack itself to give a second life to Didimance or Titar. So I stayed on Titar in the lead slot against my Metagross, and he actually stays in to Flamethrower me. Honestly, very surprising for him to stay in because I could have just one-shot this. I'm not even max attack. Max attack could have one-shot this Titar. He revenge kill with Ductrio. Honestly, when he stayed in on the second turn, I knew he had something to revenge kill Metagross in the back. So he sent Doug. I send Mens, and I'm gonna check what's his DD Mens answer, so I'm gonna HP Fly first. Sends Porygon too. It's slightly annoying because it's a very tough, stop to DD Mens. He clicks T-Wave on the switch. So I know his Porygon 2 is weakened right now. It's a bit useful. Switching is Celebi, and based on the damage, I know that this is offensive Celebi, and I recognize this team anyway at this point. When you see Titar, Doug, and Porygon 2, you know it's special spam, so it's Celebi, Suicune, Jirachi in the back. He doesn't. So at this point, I know he doesn't have anything for Snorlax, so I'm just going to town with it. He CM once, he Giga Drain, which does absolutely nothing. And I'm Earthquake 2 for his Jirachi. He sends Ductrio, wanna weaken the Snorlax further, and put me in range for his Jirachi Suicune. So I get to kill Doug. At this point, killing Doug is pretty helpful because I know my Titar is gonna be much more of a threat. And he won't be able to contest my Magneton either. He sends Suicune. Since I'm paralyzed, I'm afraid of giving Suicune a free turn because my team is pretty weak to Suicune if I give it a free sub and CM. So I switch immediately to my Magneton. And it turns out I'm actually faster. I mean, I'm timid max speed, so I was hoping to be faster. And I was hoping to weaken the Suicune with Magneton and Jolteon we would revenge kill. Because another reason why I kept the Snorlax alive, on top of being afraid of like being fully paralyzed against Sub, is that I have Wish Jolteon in the back, so I'm hoping to find a situation where I can Wish, sack Jolteon, and revive Snorlax for the endgame. Because I know the last is Jirachi at this point. He sent Jirachi and Magneton. I click T-Wave here, because I'm not expecting Sub in this position, it's always Sub CM. The thing is, okay, I'm gonna explain what my thought process was. I don't think it's Sub CM Jirachi in this spot. If it is, I still have Titar. But even then, on this team it's always 3 attacks. And he should be faster than me. So I just T-Wave. And I wanna T-Wave it so Titar like doesn't fear anything from Jirachi. Instead I'm actually slower. And my last move is Screech, so the game just ends because Titar just wins this endgame. I crit with Magneton, but it doesn't matter. Like Snorlax and Titar were winning this endgame always. So he had a pretty rough matchup, honestly. Snorlax did way too much damage. He kinda lost the Titar for nothing too, because the only thing this Titar did was trading with my Metagross, but Metagross wasn't really a problem for him. Yeah, I even had Wish Jolt for the Snorlax, so Snorlax was gonna have another go. I don't really like the team he was using, even though it's from EB Dump, I believe. It might be, it also is in Linear Dump, the original one. So yeah, I was quite weak to Suicune, but my Magneton turned out to be faster, and I also had Jolteon in the back to help. So I was okay overall. After beating Gorex, I was supposed to replay Jabba, and I'm gonna show the series real quick. And if I were to beat Jabba, I would have moved on. I would move on to loser final. So let's see how that goes. So let me tell you something. I'm gonna admit I cheated a little bit with the team that I brought against Jabba, because I know he never stalls, he never brings anything defensive. He also rarely, if ever, brings a spinner. And I was also a bit afraid of sleeping leads because he likes Murgle. So I always made sure I tech my team a little bit for sleep lead. So I'm running with Lum Titar, and you love to see Lum Titar against Jinx. He clicked Lovely Kiss, but it doesn't matter. I do have Lum, so I killed the Jinx for free. And I'm still full life for the follow-up Duck Trio. But I can't kill Duck Trio, honestly. So I just crunched it down to 15. I have Fortress in the back at this point, but going for Fortress against Doug isn't really that good, I think. So I'm just gonna check what's his Salamence sensor. He's using offense anyway, so he probably doesn't have a good future Salamence. And it turns out it's Suicune. And let me tell you something else. Yeah. Let me tell you something else. When I played Jabba in the first loser final, Suicune was always a threat to me. And I lost, and I got 6-0'd by Sub-CM Rain Dance once. So I wanted to make sure I would not lose to Suicune again, because Jabba always runs Suicune. So you're gonna see what's my answer. I sent Blissey. So the last time this game happened, I sent Blissey against in a similar situation, and he revealed the Sub and Rain Dance, and I lost. But this time I came ready. So I'm using CM Bliss against Jabba for this reason. I T-balled the Metagross on the switch. Turns out it doesn't have an item. So I go Meta Fortress on Meteor Match, which gets an attack raise, by the way. Kinda annoying. I get a spike on a miss. I wanna get the spike so Ductio cannot come on the field again. I get another spike. So not Ductio cannot come in on the field ever, and my Blissey is pretty safe for the late game. If you wonder why I went Jirachi on the +1 Metagross, it's because I didn't wanna go Ment and risk Fire Punch miss. A Fire Blast miss. So I went Jirachi, which was gonna outspeed most likely and take this Meteor Mash with relative ease and Fire Punch it down. So he goes Snorlax. Snorlax is actually quite annoying right now, depending on its set. So I bought Slammy to find out. Jirachi does okay in the lags 1 versus 1, plus I have Intimidate Mance for later. If he's Earthquake. It's not always Earthquake, so if he's like Focus Punch, it's okay. If he's Curse Body Slam... honestly, looking back at it, I probably should have Fire Punch the lags. I'm trying to figure out, because if he's actually Curse here, Fire Punch is much better than Body Slam. I think I just wanted a bit more damage to put it in range for my Salamence with Break Break. Because I'm not expecting Curse on this team. He reveals Earthquake, but that's fine, I have Wish Protect to get out of range. I'm going back to Mancy on a potential Earthquake. He gets fully paralyzed, don't know why he clicked honestly. And I go back to Jirachi now that it's intimidated. I click Boom and I don't even die. Miss an Aerocross. Honestly, Aerocross is a threat, but I have Man, so it's fine. He does predict this and click Rock Slide, I believe, though he subs first. I have Roar, by the way. I do have Roar to prevent this Aerocross from going crazy. I don't miss. He sent Suicune. I think I just Dragon Claw it down instead of going Blissey. Yeah. I mean, Mets is pretty safe against Monokune anyway. And I have Swampert in the last slot, so I know as soon as I can Suicune, Swampert just doesn't lose this. Even if it's for some reason max speed Metagross. And even then, you would need to crit the Blissey. So I win the first game without much trouble, honestly. I Dragon Claw because I don't even know why, honestly. No, I mean, I'm just putting the Metagross in Swampert range, so it's fine. Even if he gets a raise, it's fine. Jirachi shall speed too. Turns out I don't though, so I just lose Jirachi, but Swampert is in. And there goes the first game against Jabba. So we go to the second game now. Zap lead against, I'm gonna put the other side, Titar lead against Zapdos. I am Lum on Titar once again. I click Rock Slide to find out what is Titar check. He sends Swampert, and the Swampert turns out to be Leftovers less, so I know it's Endeavored. I go for a Trust and I get a Spike Up. In this matchup, I always like to get a Spike Up early with Fortress, but don't get much greedier than that, so now I go to my actual Swampert answer. I have a Blissey. Fortress is still pretty earthy to come in the game later and click Boom or get Wished back. Actually, I don't have Wish on this team. I remove Wish on the Blissey. I'm Calm Mind again, and Jabba surprises me here with Roar, but it's fine because I can just go back to Blissey anyway. I don't fear anything from the Swampert at 56. I can just Soft Boil every time, and Endeavor only has so many PP to go through. He sends Smeargle though. And the fact that Smeargle is in the lead position is quite annoying, and I actually misplay here because I go straight into Titar. And he spores right away. I was expecting him to... I thought he wouldn't spore right away against Blissey because he saw CM, so he could afford to like spike once. But now I actually burn my Lumberry as a result. So he spikes his Spore again. And I'm like, okay, so what does Smeargle say? This is gonna be like Spike, Spore, Sub, Endeavor, Boom. Usually that's the set that people run. So I go to my Fortress just to check. He gets a Spike Up, and I don't want to Rapid Spin because obviously he must have a Gengar in the back, right? And he actually, I guess he predict this. And yeah, he just will Wisp me down. So it's a bit annoying because I cannot spam Wisp again the Smeargle now. He actually goes Gengar here, and I think, again, this was probably a misplay of mine, because with my Fortress Burn, it's pretty much useless. So I might as well always prevent spikes from coming up. And I can just spam Rapid Spin. Instead, I go for a second spin, and it's not that It's probably a misplay. Because now he gets to have a spike. And my Theta is sleeping too. Like, my Theta is rock slide crunch, but it's sleeping, so it's gonna be hard to pursue the Gengar. He doubled back to Theta here. As I just made my mind, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play with one spike, it's fine. I'm gonna just attack Fortress and try to speed this up with Aerodactyl. Because Aerodactyl like kinda win by itself in this kind of matchup. So I get a third layer to make sure I really punish the Theta and Swampert. But here I click Fire Blast, and when I click Fire Blast, I realize I'm in a lot of trouble because I do have Zapdos. But if it's Rock Slide Fire Blast, it's gonna beat me down. My Blissey is CM, so it doesn't really does much against this Theta, especially if he has like Brick Break or Rock Slide again. My Aerodactyl obviously dies, and I have my Swampert, but if he's HP Grass, and Fire Blast often indicates HP Grass, I'm gonna lose my Swampert to the back Aerodactyl. So I just realized I'm in trouble right now. So my plan is to soak the HP Grass and just remove the Tyranitar from play. And worst come to worst, I can win with my Aerodactyl against... Like, once Theta is done, my Aerodactyl just click Rock Slide and win the game. It would come to a Speed Tide though, if his last is Aero. He goes Gengar on the serve. I check with Protect if he's HP Grass, and it turns out he is. I wanna keep my Swampert earthy potentially, so I go to Blissey here, and he makes a nice Smurgle pivot, activating the berry, and he gets to click Boom now. And I click Softball for some reason. I think I click Softball because... I don't know honestly. Could have gone Theta. Let me try to explain why I clicked Softball. I think it was the same reasoning as before, that I could just win with Aerodactyl. I don't want to give a free turn. Oh yeah, I didn't want to go Theta because then Swampert would be able to sub for free. And I didn't want this to happen. Yeah, that's the reason. So he actually reveals Aerodactyl as expected. I do sack Theta now. And he clicked Double Edge, and I'm really hoping I can wake up here. Because I clicked Earthquake, but I don't wake up. And it turns out he's faster and Brick Break. And now I know he's set. Now that he will Brick Break, I know the last were HP Grass and Ice Beam. And my Speed of Zapdos should be able to handle this. Which means I get to keep my Swampert, potentially, for the Aerodactyl. The problem is, as you can see now, is that I get crit by Ice Beam. So my Zapdos now is just gonna die against the Theta. I send Aerodactyl, and sadly, the Swampert gets to eat the Rock Slide from this range. So I send Blissey on the pump, and I fucking die. And now I know, like, yeah. The problem is, at this point, I know my Swampert can never be kept earthy for the Aerodactyl. So I just revenge kill with Aerodactyl, send Swampert on the switch. I did have Roar just in case it was Agility. I click Hidden Pro and kills me. And then it's just gonna be an Aero Speed Tide. But I do have to hit a few more first. I do kill the Gengar, I do kill the Zapdos. It's going down to Aerodactyl, and he wins the Speed Tide, and he wins the second game. Yeah, looking back, I don't know exactly where I fucked up, because he just had the right... His Theta always force damage on my sheet to the point where the situation was perfect for him. I wasn't able to keep my Swampert earthy for his Aerodactyl. So it was always coming down to Aero Speed Tie, I feel. My mistake, I guess, was going hard Theta on the Smeargle. Because if my Theta is, like, isn't getting put to sleep, I get to pursue the Gengar and I can spin with Fortress on Zapdos or Swampert, and from there it should be fine. Yeah, but I don't know what I was gonna sack anyway, that's the thing. Because if I don't, like if I sack anything else, I'm always in a difficult position. If I sack Zapdos, I'm quite weak to his Mixstar. If I sack Fortress, I can't spin, so I mean, you just get them up. I can't sack Blissey to sleep because of Natural Cure. And also, if I lose Blissey, I'm like weaker to Zapdos. Yeah, there was no winning position. The best would have been able to get Tita on Smeargle not clicking Spore. So then my Lumberry would be able to kill the Smeargle, limit the number of spikes he gets up, and keep Tita for Gengar. It's not that bad of, I mean, it's not that bad of a matchup because my Rodactyl always was a strong win condition, and at the end of the day, it still came down to a 50-50. Just wonder if I should have done better. Anyway, the last game. For the last game, I decided that this time I would bring Choice Band Mance instead of Choice Band Aerodactyl. I think Jolly Mance is pretty good against the kind of offense that he likes. No music. He leads Zapdos. I don't want to send... I have Blissey, but I don't want to send it on Balance Pass Doug in general, so I send Snorlax first. Curse on the switch, as he sends Metagross, and I do have Earthquake. Click Mash once, but he misses. Earthquake doing a shitload. And now Metagross is removed from play, which is helpful because no more flying... that's one flying resist less. I send Blissey now because I know Zapdos is coming back, but I don't fear Doug as I don't fear Doug with Blissey like being directly against Zapdos like this. Click Ice Beam. Don't want to T-Wave into Bliss. I get a crit, which is helpful, not gonna lie. I got Metagross here and he Rock Slide actually. I thought he did it on the switch, it didn't. He actually clicked Fire Blast. So it was U-Detour. It's a bit annoying that I get Fire Blasted here because I was Agility Metagross. So this is the linear team. You know the linear team with Spadef Heracross with Sleep Talk and Stormy. Except I made the Gengar Snorlax. Felt like Snorlax would have added a lot of special bulk, which would be nice against Jabba. So that was my reasoning. I feel like Gengar is expendable on this team. I was Agility meta, yeah. Would have been nice against someone like Jabba, but the quick Fire Blast surprised me. And he sends Medicham here. I go straight into Mance because I want to keep the Metagross sack for later just in case. And it seems at this point he's losing, like, it doesn't have much flying resist, so I click HP flying and I do a fat 36 and it's actually a speed tie between Zapdos and my Mance because I'm Jolly and Sand impacted him first. So I know at this point he has the threat of Balance Pass into Medicham, but it's fine because the Zapdos can only come in once more against Mance. So even if you Balance Pass into Medicham, I can sack Metagross now. And HP flying again. He sends Suicune, and I do a fat 45, so I know this Suicune is offensive. I sent Stormy because I didn't want him to... Okay, let me think this through actually. If he sub-CM Rain Dance, it would have been dire. It would have been dire, but I don't think anyone ever sub here. Also, like, he took too much life, so my Blissey would have been able to win the 1v1 because he took too much damage with Suicune by coming on HP flying here. So I can T-Wave it and have a better upper hand with Blissey in the matchup. He serves Starmie, but it doesn't matter. He goes into Celebi. I don't want to go right into Mance or Blissey, depending on the Celebi set, so I click T-Wave here because I know it can't kill me. And I do have Spadef Heracross in the back, so if Celebi is paralyzed, my Heracross is gonna be able to handle it just fine. Now I click Giga Drain and it doesn't do that much. I can T-Wave and go into Heracross. Heracross also now outspeed Suicune and kills it. I soak anything from Zapdos and kill it back. If I kill Zapdos, my Mance win anyway. So that's fine. I just recover once just to see if he's gonna slow Battle Pass out. Now that he will Calm Mind, I know that I don't have to feel Psychic, so I can go Heracross. Even if he slow Battle Pass out, it's not a problem because like Zapdos at +1 still doesn't kill Heracross and I kill back with Rock Slide. And if I do, Salamence wins. So it's fine. If he goes Suicune, it's paralyzed, so my Blissey handles it just fine, no problem. And Medicham wouldn't make use of the CM Pass, obviously. So I kill the Suicune, then I kill the Zapdos, and Choice Band finishes the game. I don't want to risk Celebi setting up on this, because like I would miss a lot of T-Wave or also Mega Horn. I just T-Wave the Celebi. I'm gonna weaken it once just to be sure it's in HP flying range, because we'd never know with the Celebi spreads. He slow pass into Medicham, doesn't matter at this point. I send Stormy, even if he subs, I can just break the sub with Surf, so it's fine. Don't need Stormy anymore. Click T-Wave, he clicks Shadow Ball, it gets paralyzed, but once again, doesn't matter. And yep. Mance finishes the game. And I win the series. I had a pretty good matchup in the last game, I would say. Once Metagross and Tita died, Salamence was just going to town, especially against like taking advantage of Medicham and Celebi. So Sleep is broke. I feel like he had a chance if he got Suicune at full life on my man, so by sacking something first. And if he was sub Rain Dance, if he got the right sequence of turn, it would have been fine. But I think if he went Suicune on my Salamence at full, I would have just sent Heracross on it and not Blissey or Stormy, because I didn't want to risk the Suicune getting out of control. Yeah, Sleep is broken for sure. Okay, not many game left, guys. Let's wrap this up. We have technically 6 games left. It's Somalia H-Clat. I'm gonna skip that one actually. Pinch H-Clat for ADVGC and then Storm Aloyong from the ADV Global Championship. It's a bit annoying because I wanna upload this on YouTube and it's already quite long as is, so if I add small games plus the sets, I feel like it's gonna be too long. I think I'm gonna have to cut it short. Yeah. Dude, Sleep is done. You know what? Next ADVcast, let's talk about it. And I'm gonna try to have someone else with me. So it's not just me trying to just going all in on Sleep is broken. I'm just gonna have someone else to discuss from both sides of the argument. Let me write that down. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna cut it for the games here. I technically did Pinch H-Clat and Storm Aloyong, but I wanna spend like some time on the sets that were cool today. Let's just see the team if something cool was used. H-Clat is using... Okay, so H-Clat's confirmed to be Lost Star Squad. And then it just beats the Metagross. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, it does. Yeah. So H-Clat is the one was the one with Slacking of Vaporeon. Beat Pinch in the first game with Jolteon Spikes, and in the second game, what was used? I think H-Clat is using the fat teams that he brought in SPL against against Cyberodin. Never mind, just zap those Gar Aerodactyl. Came down to a speed tie, never mind yet. Yeah. Apparently he got a bit lucky. Anyway. And then Star just beat Nalorium. I just want to show a quick sequence from the third game in Star Nalorium. I don't know if you guys remember, but in my ADV viability ranking post, if you read it, I was explaining how Snorlax on offense oftentimes like it's a bit annoying how you can get a kill, but Snorlax is below 20%, and considering how slow it is, it's pretty much as good as dead, when it could have still been a threat if it was sort of alive. And in this game we have Starmaster having his cursed Snorlax getting very low, because sometimes you are in a situation where you have to trade damage, like he did here. The Snorlax at 23%, but it got to weaken the Ariyama. Then Starmaster is gonna Wish Sack the Salamence to revive Snorlax. And now Snorlax actually goes to town, thanks to the Wish Sack mechanic into Curse. And it just wins from there, by the way. Well, it doesn't win from there, but it got 2 additional kills, opening up the late game for Star. Wish Sack is so good with Lax, by the way. Pretty good with Coon too, bro. I would recommend it, because a lot of time Coon and Snorlax are put in a checkmate situation where they are too slow and too low on health. But if you Wish Sack them, somehow they make a comeback. They need it. Okay, for the sets of the day. Okay, the team of the day is definitely Vapikun with dual spikes. That team is really sick. He's gonna make a video about it. He's gonna make a video about it in details, but it's a pretty sick team. Smurgle Glalie. Smurgle oftentimes can only get 1 spike because the opponent wanna deal with it immediately. Salut cousin. Bonne mec. So Glalie can pick up the slack and get another spike while returning Boom in the same time and preventing spike from Taunt. Then you have Gengar completely wreaking havoc with this set. Focus Punch catching Titar, Blissey, and also Snorlax Regice technically, but nobody won that. And then you have Boom also to set up the end game and just do more damage against the likes of Suicune, Claydol, whatever you want. Aerodactyl to abuse the sleep fodder for the late game. Digitar to set up Aerodactyl in the late game by bringing the waters, so the waters can take the +1 Earthquake and the spikes damage, and then the Mixpert as a rock resist for the mid game and more damage. As for the sets I like today in particular that deserve more usage or consideration are probably Subsim Jirachi with Grass Coverage. More damage on Titar and OKO on Pert is quite big. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. But I like that's quite big because those two are like some of the most common answers to Jirachi. Also, by pairing T-Ball with HP Grass, like Psychic HP Grass with Magneton is pretty good, but T-Ball gets the one-shot on Iroh Tuner, doesn't need Skarmory to be trapped, doesn't need Metagross to be trapped either. I mean, technically yes, but not as bad. Then we have Rain Den Mantint. Honestly, that's the one that surprised me the most, and I don't know what to think of it, but it's definitely like worth a consideration, I feel. A Rain Dancer that doesn't take spike damage, which means it gets a bit more use out of the mid-game situation. It's actually pretty good against a lot of Mixed Sweeper, like Mixmans. So it probably doesn't play the same as a Kingdra or Ludicolo would do. It's more of a mid-game Pokemon than the Kingdra. But it does have the endgame potential. I don't know what I would run in the last move, honestly. some something from going wild in the mid game like Suicune. HP Electrical, HP Grass, classic. Sub if you wanna avoid status. Confuse Ray if you wanna be cheeky and prevent recovery. Toxic is never a bad move, obviously. Let me check what else it gets. Menace. Let me check what else it could use. And that's pretty much it, honestly. It doesn't learn anything else like very interesting. Unless you wanna be super chicken run Mimic until I don't know what you would steal with it, honestly, but you know. But you can just run Surf so you have the accuracy on Hydro Pump and Surf. Keep in mind that Swift Swim means you lose the water immunity to water ends. If you are running Run Dance Mountain, we do not have the water immunity anymore. And finally, Sub Balance Pass Vaporeon, which is by now known to most ADV players, but the exploration of the Ice Beam slot in both Raw and Toxic that we saw today definitely was a mention. I like how Toxic can force a switch at some point, and then you sub and Balance Pass, and then you give a free sub to something like SD Heracross or DD Titar, and shit goes down. Yeah, I really like it. And that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna close it up. See you next week for more ADV stuff. I'm gonna try to have a section dedicated to a sleep discussion. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the YouTube recording.